know what birth
but when
control is.
when I'm reciting raps at times, I run out of breath. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
that.
mean, you're not a rapper. I've been rapping all my life, and I do a lot of karaoke where I do other people's lyrics. I don't know what breath control is. If it's just like Shakespeare. If it's written well, where you're supposed to, unless you're doing a lot of punching in, but if it's written well, where you're supposed to breathe is built in.
Yeah, I mean,
talking about performing live, it's a little.
Performing live is just crazy. But that Lex, man. You keep bringing up this that I said Sexy Red had the greatest performance that I've seen from a woman ever in my life is just crazy to me, dude.
You're trapped.
That's pretty wild, though. That's
Trap.
dope.
You still my brother, man. I love you, man. Don't worry about
Never
it.
said that. Never said that.
I just told you I said I love you, bro. You my brother.
Never said it, bro. Love you too, bro. Never said it. Never said it.
Okay.
Never said it.
All right,
Exactly. But what I said, what I said was, surprisingly, she had a good show.
It don't really surprise me, man. She has so much charisma, and her
fucking
songs are
so
not that
wrong.
hard to perform.
And what it also was,
that shit was hot.
what it no, I didn't. No, I didn't. And what it also was, I might say the arena was hot, but what it also was that I was really shocked and blown away by seeing all the people that was there to come see her though, B. Like the red wigs in the crowd, like that shit was. I'm like, they really out here to come see Sexy Red. Like they was, but it was her demographic of people though. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Yeah.
To feel like you're seen, like there's somebody who's out there.
What? What'd you just say? Hold on.
Your daughter?
No, I ain't taking my fucking daughter to a Sexy Red concert. The fuck is wrong with you, bro? I'm fucking parent, bro. The fuck I take my daughter to go see? That was fucking crazy. I'm gonna take.
You didn't say nothing about why are you recording this?
I'm gonna take my daughter.
You just muted yourself, Cap. My God.
Golly. Then you really had no business being there then, motherfucker. What were you doing there? You on mute.
Nah, man. You don't take your kids to an R-rated film.
To him. We can't hear you, Trap.
I've seen some people do it. Crazy enough. I've seen some people do it.
I went there.
Breathe, bro. Breathe, man.
Yeah, you muting
No,
yourself.
but he said I took my daughter to Sexy Red concert. That's great.
I'm sorry.
I went there. My man Jay once hit me up. He said, I went there. Jay once hit me up. He said, Trap, I'm in your city, bro. You want to try to come to the show? I'm like, yeah. He's like, how many tickets you need? I said, all right, let me see. I called my brother. My brother said, yeah, I'll go to the show. He got a crib right down the block from Barclays. He had his man in town. His man came. His man Trey came, and my other cousin Nas came. It was about 4 of us that went. Get there, 4 dudes. Yeah, I mean, like I ain't got a problem.
Pause.
What's pause? All right, let's get to the discussion. Let's get to the discussion of this right here. No. He had a long argument one day on Clubhouse, right? He had a long argument on Clubhouse, right? Because somebody was saying, we ain't gonna put no names. They not here, we not saying their names, though. But what was the argument, though, about going to the Usher concert or Drake? What was it? What was it again?
The first person I called is my homies. I go like 6 deep to it wasn't Usher. It was
Drake.
No, it was
I think it was Chris Brown.
It was Chris Brown.
Yeah.
And what was said?
I call my homeboys. Because you know the bitches gonna be there. That's exactly what he said.
I think I know who y'all talking about.
Yeah, you ain't got to say. The name should be left off to protect the Gtkprs. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's why we're gonna do that. You know what I mean?
So you said that's the first call. Like you don't. I said, yo, if I go to a concert R&B, you know, who said I'm bringing my lady, man. I might call my homeboy to bring his lady, and we all double date. He says, no, you go there because it's how many different types of bitches gonna be there. You crazy? He said,
Lex,
I call all my men friends.
Lex, you really double dating at a Smith and Wesson concert? Come on, man.
No, I go by myself, man. I'll go with my homies. I'm not bringing no lady there.
Showing up with the ratchet and the shank.
Bring your home.
Yeah. We are back. This is Gtkprs, the Gatekeepers, episode 30. This is a milestone for us right now. We made it to 30, y'all. We made it to 30, B. Word. We Steph Curry numbers right now. I'm putting them up. Know what I mean? Thanks for sticking around, supporting us. Bernard King numbers, yeah. Know what I mean? Thanks for sticking around, supporting us. Know what I'm saying? Dealing with Lex shit right now. I ain't know I was gonna get to 5. Know what I mean? Jalen Rose, but we made it to 30. Who would have thunk it? But we here though now. Know what I'm saying? So I'm myself. I'm here right now. Trap Bradshaw. Know what I mean? I got my comrades. I mean, I got my guy Trill. Know what I'm saying? Otherwise known as Uncle Trill, providing the way for us at all times. Know what I mean? Then we got everybody. Dark Skin Lex is here again. He showed up. He punched the clock again. He's here. The Echo Machine is here himself.
Cake Soap Lex. He looking light skinned today. I don't know if it's the lights.
Good lighting.
Looking light skin.
Good lighting.
Cake Soap Lex.
Good lighting over there.
I'm black. I'm
Good
black.
lighting. And then we got the producer in the building, Steve, straight up that Lord's from France. You know what I'm saying? France took that L today, but y'all be all right. You know what I mean?
France, man.
I forgot you Haitian. My bad.
Fuck
My
France.
bad. And we got the Haitians on the same road with each other right now. Got my brother, Precious Gorgeous, otherwise known as, only I don't know why, I never gonna call him that name. But my man PG's in the motherfucking stadium too, you know what I mean?
Brooklyn in the house.
Out of New York. There you go, Brooklyn in the house right there. Brooklyn in the house.
P Jizzle.
So yeah, man. Brooklyn was definitely in the house in the Bronx this weekend, though. This past weekend.
Brooklyn
You know
in
what
the
I'm
house for sure.
They definitely was up in there. They went to the Bronx. Lex doesn't go to the Bronx, so he didn't show up for the show. He said, "God, I would not go to the Bronx to see. I don't care who it was."
Let's straighten you out real quick. If Jay-Z was performing in front of my house, I wouldn't go.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Fuck the Bronx.
Oh shit!
And fuck the Bronx.
You didn't have to say that. You didn't have to say fuck the Bronx.
I didn't realize you didn't fuck with Jay-Z, Lex.
Nah,
he's all right. He's all right. He's cool. He makes good music. You know what I mean?
That's what I like. Like.
Well, this past weekend, Jay-Z had just performed. He had 3 nights in Yankee Stadium. Sold out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody came out. I actually attended on Friday night show, which was amazing. You know what I'm saying? Nas came out. Beyoncé came out. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Yeah, some other. Who else came out during that night?
Can I ask you a question though?
What's up?
Because we know you was in the nosebleed seats.
You know I wasn't.
At what point did you know that was Nas? Because I know he was probably about an inch tall from where you were standing.
You know I wasn't.
You know it was Nas.
Right there.
I'm waiting actually for the full recap, Trap. I'm waiting for the full recap.
I'm gonna give you a full recap right now. So, all right. So, made it up in the building. First off, all right. When I get there, I want to mention this part right here because we all know what happened Thursday on Sunday night. So when I got there, my wait to get up in there was about 40 minutes to 50 minutes to get up in there. You know what I'm saying? It was that's how I knew that Sunday was really insane. For them to be standing out there for 4 hours had to be insane. So I get up in there, and I'm saying, no, I was not in the nosebleed. I actually was in a floor seat. You know what I'm saying? You've seen my videos. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay said, yo, I see you right there, homie, this. He pointed at me at one point. You know what I'm saying? That's
you never told us that part. You never told us that part before.
Right. So now, right? So the show starts off. Now, y'all brothers all know me. My vision is not the best. So when the show starts off, so I said, okay, big man, you want to make big bucks? I keep saying the show over and over, and then the shit starts, right? And then he comes out. He does the Cannot the Hustle.
Right.
I'm gonna tell y'all because my brothers. I'm gonna tell everybody listening to the show right now. I thought that was Mary J. Blige at first, bro. I ain't gonna. That's how blind I am, bro. I thought that was me. I thought that was Mary. I'm like, oh shit, Mary, this.
Mary J. Blige.
Nigga, Mary J. Blige. And I'm right. And I'm, bro. When I tell you, y'all see how close I was, bro. I thought it was Mary right there with the sequence fucking shit on. She had the boots on, all that shit, and she did the Mary dance at one point too. That's why I thought it was her though too.
Oh wow.
She did the Mary dance and all that shit. So then I realized it wasn't her. I'm like, she said, "Jigging my baby." I said, "Oh, that's B." Boom, we did all that shit right there. So then Nas shit come out, that president's all that shit. Nas shit was just dope. My brother said to me before the show, he said, "Yo, it's a surprise coming out tonight." I'm like, "Who the surprise, bro?" Like, don't worry about it, I ain't gonna tell you. Like, who the surprise, bro? He wouldn't tell me. But then somebody said, I think Nas would be coming out. So when Nas came out, I think that shit was super dope. It was super dope because what made it more dope. Before he even got there though, I liked the part when he did Brooklyn Finest. And the way he did Brooklyn Finest, y'all watched the other show, I think he did it the same way every night. Where he would have, every time Big came on, he would switch it to a big beat. So I think he did One More Chance.
Whoa.
Yeah, he did
It's fire.
He did One More Chance, he did Hypnotize, he did Unbelievable, I think it was. Or was it Who Shot You? It might have been Who Shot You. But every time Big Verse would go, he'll be Big rapping over his own beat. Like that.
That's fire.
And then as I'm watching, I'm like, yo, AI's a motherfucker, boy. They never pulled that shit off before. But that's some AI shit. They were able to do that shit. That timing was crazy. And it went perfect together, though, too. So then they went from there, and then Dead President comes on. So when he does the first verse of Dead Presidents, and then I think after the second, he did the I Want Money Like Cosby. He did that part. And then on the third verse, when the hook came on, that's when Nas comes out. You know what I'm saying? He starts doing his shit. The dopest shit about Nas coming out, bro, that I feel like, bro, that people ain't really pointing out was the fact that when Nas did his verse, Jay was doing the ad-libs for Nas' song, B. That shit was so dope, B.
He a fan.
Yeah, bro. That was so dope to me, bro. And then they did another thing, and that's what I'm saying. We can't all be anti. I know all this shit is happening because of AI and the timing this shit is going on because they started doing the fucking. They did Son did Where I'm From over New York State of Mind, and then Nas did something over one of his beats like that. He did what he did. He did New York State of Mind over Where I'm From. Over each other beats though. The shit was fire though, dude. It was really fire. Well,
that's crazy. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, that was fire. Crazy. That was fire. And then Bleek came out, did his thing. Bleek came out. Oh no, Blue Ivy came out. So when Blue Ivy first came out, I didn't know what she was gonna be doing for it. But the dopest shit about the whole show, I keep telling everybody this though too, was that Reasonable Doubt Night, the nigga did the album in order, bro. He did the album from the first song to the last song in order. That's why I'm putting that shit over all the nights. Like, all right, Blueprint, they might do the Blueprint the same, but I heard Blueprint was like that. And then the other night was just a whole bunch of songs just thrown together. This shit he did it from song 1 to the last song, bro. And that shit was crazy. So when Blue Ivy came out, I wasn't really realizing he was doing the songs in order like that. He was going because he was throwing other songs in between and everything like that.
Right.
First, I'm gonna say this though too. By like the 8th song, man, I look at my man, I go, yo, bro, this nigga is rocking out the show right now with no hype man and no undertrack, B. He's rocking this shit at 60 years old. I'm like, this nigga's crazy, B. That shit is crazy. No undertrack.
That's the thing about Jay-Z. Anytime somebody trying to give Jay-Z, anytime someone trying to diss Jay-Z, he gets older. If someone's trying to give him unnecessary credit, he gets older.
Right.
Anytime they got something, Jay-Z 60. When they got
how old is he? 57?
He's 56.
Yeah.
60.
He was born in '69.
It's not 60, it's 56.
Yeah, he'll be 57 this December.
But yo,
he's in his late 50s though.
He looks great for his age, though. He looks great for his age.
This nigga looks, he looks like 98 old right now.
He looked 4 or 5 years older than me. He looked like he's like 45.
He for sure been in the gym, man. For sure.
Real quick. Trap, I want you to make sure, do you have a napkin? Like, do you tuck napkins on your lap? Or do you put it in your shirt?
Wow. Here comes some disrespect.
Because all the fucking bullshit that you speaking of, your whole shirt and pants gonna be moist. You're spitting on
mic
me,
is
bro.
low, Lex.
You're spitting on me, bro. You're spitting on me with all this moist talk. Huh? I want to talk about the thief. You know what? When y'all walk to the Yankee Stadium, did you walk over all the bones that Jay-Z stole from, all the fucking stealing? Did you walk away from that? Did you notice that? Did you have a glass case of all the skulls he stole from?
Are you talking about Jay-Z or Christopher Columbus? What is happening?
I'm talking about Sean Carter, the camel-faced king himself.
Why you talking about this man like he's a pirate?
You're angry. You're angry at him over a beef that Nas squashed.
No, I'm angry that the fact that first of all, his prices were exorbitant. right? And if you were trying to introduce yourself to young folk, you did not accomplish that. You know what I mean? Unless your parents were rich, or really doing well. You know what I mean? And you making motherfuckers who live through it, like Trap, who live through, pay $400, $500, or you got to know someone?
He's the most streamed rapper on all streaming platforms.
How many cats have he stolen? He borrowed from.
Hold on.
How many people did he borrow from?
Who didn't borrow from everybody? Name one. Nas didn't borrow from everybody.
Listen, there are two questions.
Nas was breastfed by Roc.
There are two people talking. I respect both of y'all. All right, so one at a time, because I have enough hate for that nigga.
Slick Rick and Cool G Rap and Rakim breastfed Nas. They fed him like a baby bird.
Wow.
I love Nas.
So then
Everyone put their napkins on.
So now when it got to Blue Ivy comes out, which was dope. I felt like that shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I lost track of the shit was going in order. But when I heard her start to play Feeling It, I thought that shit was super dope. And the biggest part of that shit I felt like was the fact that when he performed the song, he didn't curse while he was on the stage with her.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I thought that was dope. I thought that was dope right there. And she was playing the keys.
Was she not there for the rest of the show when he cursed? Like,
probably was backstage. But still though. But to be on the stage with his daughter and performing with his daughter, bleeping the words out was dope though. You know what I'm saying? I think that was super dope.
And that's the show where she was playing the piano?
When she was playing the piano, yeah, looking like her mom's, looking just like her mom's too.
Was she really playing the piano?
Yeah, she was playing the piano. She was playing.
I saw her look away and not touch any keys, and I heard the piano.
No, you didn't.
What are the odds that she wouldn't be able to get piano lessons?
No, they said that she. The thing was, he mentioned that shit like in a recent interview or something like that. He said, she can play the piano. Yeah, she can play the piano. She played the piano by ear.
I mean, we're not doubting if she can. We're doubting if she did.
I think she did it.
But why would they fake that?
Yeah, I think they faked it.
So that they could be exposed then afterwards for saying that she did it. Why would they do that? Mm-hmm. That's not even.
I saw her look away, not touch any keys, and I still heard the piano.
She did it.
He's open doors.
You can watch the video. It's out there. It's not like
all right. But the main thing was this though. If that was the part that she supposed to play was the beginning. Mm. So if you seen that part right there, they probably might have picked it up. But the beginning when it was starting off, she was playing those keys. She was playing those keys though. So all right. So that right there. I don't know, man. It was a great show, man.
Why were you surprised about the appearance of Nas? I knew Nas was coming out. Like,
man, I mean,
I didn't even think about it.
I don't know. I felt, you know what it was though? Listen, leading up to that though, I think I might have mentioned it last episode though too. I really felt as if like the steam, like it wasn't getting enough light shine through and it was written like that. You know what I'm saying? And I just felt like, you know what I'm saying, like, nah, that's your time. You know what I'm saying? All this us teaming up, not teaming up, or us making up and being cool and all that shit. Like niggas just kind of passed all that shit though. But not until I seen them both on that stage and seen that impact of what that shit did, I said, nah, this is dope right here. You know what I'm saying?
You dead wrong for that. That to me, I said this before. To me, the dopest moment in hip hop in the last 25 years is the I Declare War concert, where Hov brought Nas out. And I think it's such a big deal because people have been trying to pit them against each other for the last year, saying that Hov was jealous or trying to go against Nas' deal and blah, blah, all that. For them to show that kind of unity, that's so mature and grown. I just think that shit is fly as hell. And they did it on some super rapidy rap shit up there, rapping over each other's beats and doing ad-libs for each other, and just like, I feel like this is what the shit Hov and Nas always wanted, because I think that's what that was the shit that they always wanted to express.
To be on every last one of my classics.
I don't think they wanted this. I honestly don't think they wanted. I don't think Jay-Z and Nas
always really admired each other as rappers and knew that each other was the Jedi, was the one, and always wanted to give it up to the other. Give it up for the other dude, and now they could do that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Hold on, you just gonna skip that? Yo, Trap, you just gonna skip that?
He said pause.
I said pause.
He said pause.
We still have to Shane.
No.
Shane.
Nah, but I feel like I don't think Jay-Z and Nas want to like each other. I think they genuinely like each other, and I think
No.
part of that kind of bothers them because I think they should probably be closer than they actually are.
No.
I think they keep their distance.
course.
No,
I agree.
Jay-Z and Nas like each other,
No.
and I think
I agree because they're still men, and not only are they men, they probably men that have like Jordan level competitiveness.
yeah, they're rivals.
It probably is difficult for them, but
There's always
when
going to
you-
be a healthy
I feel-
rivalry dynamic there.
I feel like when you're in the field and you see another nigga who's like, oh, that's the one. And you're one of those, like you have to. There's no way you can't respect that, even if that's your rival. So it's like,
No.
I really understand that.
Oh my God.
Lex, it's like Magic and Bird. Magic and Bird like each other, but they're rivals.
No, they don't.
Like each other,
No,
but
they
they're
fucking don't like each other.
Jay and Nas are rivals, and I think both of them. I think the reason why they keep their distance more times than not is because I think they're shocked at how much they actually like being around one another. And when they're around, like, damn, I fuck with this nigga, but I'm not supposed to fuck with this nigga because he's my rival. I think Jay-Z and Nas, if they spent more time together, they would make a lot more music, and they would probably do a lot more. They like each other. The niggas I think they genuinely fuck with each other.
Jay-Z sampled Nas for one of his first songs.
And so maybe, you know what? Maybe if they really spent a lot of time together, maybe they would become lovers. Like, what are you talking about? Stop with all this hypothetical bullshit. Listen.
No. Hold on.
Let me tell you something. Jay-Z,
that's crazy, man. That's a pause, brother.
Okay, pause it, because this goes down the same path with all that shit that fucking PG and Trill's talking about. If they really spent some time together and had a coffee and a drink, maybe they could really put some records out and be friends.
They like each other.
They don't like each other. Let me tell you something. Hold on. Jay-Z.
They don't want to like each other, but they do.
That nigga was so. When I saw the footage, he was so happy. His heart was. I saw it. He was so. As soon as Trap said that shit, I said, "Look at him. Look, he's so happy. Like his dream has been fulfilled." Nas looked like, yeah, I'm the fucking king of this shit, and yo, the check is nice, and yo, I'm gonna always show love to New York. That's where I'm at.
What?
You think Jay-Z? Huh?
Did you play this out with two figurines on your bed?
Lex.
Trap, didn't I say that as soon as you sent that video?
Yeah.
I think Lex, I think you want Nas to dislike Jay-Z as much as you dislike him. I don't think.
Say that again.
I wouldn't mind it.
I think you want Nas to dislike Jay as much as you don't like Jay.
No, that's not it. That's
I
not
don't think that dynamic is ever gonna happen.
Nas don't trust that nigga. He don't trust that nigga.
He probably doesn't.
Listen, he don't trust him, and so there's no need to be friends. We can do business if it helps my status. I'll do it. But as far as friends, when you're talking about they spend more time together, if they have a latte, they're not ever gonna be friends.
No, they could be if they put the effort. I think they would actually become good friends. I think they're just cool. They're two people that are cool. But to what PG's saying, they both admire one another because Jay-Z knows who Nas is. He knows what Nas means to the art of MCing. That's because what other rapper you ever saw Jay-Z get on stage with and be the hype man for them? Wow. That ain't never in the history. And Jay-Z got a bunch of artists. He don't be hype man to none of them niggas. Nas get on there and he's rapping word for word to New York State of Mind with Nas at his show.
I heard one
and
time
I think part of
one time he dropped off freeway in the middle of a turnpike and just drove.
You know what I mean?
True.
I think Nas admires Jay-Z's ability to control the narrative. The fact that Jay-Z was able to sell out Yankee Stadium, part of Nas being on that stage and seeing all the people, I think Nas admired that to a certain extent. They both admire one another. And I think Jay-Z also admires the fact that Nas was able to come out at a Jay-Z show and get one of the biggest responses of the weekend. Like, damn.
The only thing that Nas might admire is that he has Beyonce and they've been able to continue to build and stay together. Let me just put this to you, though, real quick, Trill. Let me talk to you directly, all right? Because you need to hear this. That's like someone convincing you that your ex-girlfriend before your wife, before the children, before the marriage, that y'all could just be, if y'all just spent more time together, like she could be your 1A. Like, she can, because it's over.
Me and my ex are actually really cool, though. Me and my ex is really cool.
You know
She
what
done
I'm
looked out
over.
for me on some business stuff. I done looked out for her on some business stuff. All time,
And
like
there's
me
a
and my
line,
ex is actually
and
really
there's a
cool.
line that y'all won't cross as far as being friendly,
You know, I think their
right?
dynamic. I think their dynamic is
I
Yeah.
don't
more.
know. I don't know.
What'd you say,
Maybe.
Steve?
What the fuck? What'd you say?
Hold
Okay.
on. What'd you say, Steve?
I think the dynamic is more like Malcolm and Martin as opposed to Ali and Liston. Like Ali and Liston hated each other, right? Yeah, eventually, over time, as they got old enough, they were able to forgive each other. But I
Liston or
think,
Frazier?
yeah.
Ali and Frazier.
Yeah, Ali and Frazier. But Ali and I feel like Malcolm and Martin had ideological differences, but they were able to respect one another as orators. And I think it's the same thing. Jay-Z has sampled Nas on records.
Nope.
He's interpolated Nas lines multiple times. I think they have a reverence for each other. I mean, it's obvious. Nas was already an established artist before Jay. All right. So you coming in the game and you're already seeing someone that's respected by literally every single person. This nigga was already a national act before Jay was. He's getting respected by everybody in the game.
That's true.
Everyone
That's
reveres the
true.
man, right?
Okay.
So by the time they start actively getting involved in their little spat for the next couple of years, it boils over. They fuck with each other again. It is what it is. Like I feel
No.
like
No.
the I feel like the
Don't do
general
that. Don't do
public.
that, Steve. You
No,
wrapping it up with a fucking bow.
I
Don't
know
do that.
everything that happened
Finish
in
the thing.
between.
No, finish the process of what you're
Yes.
saying, but don't wrap this shit up like it's a 30-minute sitcom,
We know
and we got to
everything
solve this shit in 22 minutes.
everything else. We know about Bleak and the Roc-A-Fella, and half of fucking Queens and Brooklyn, everybody else getting involved. But we're just talking about these two specifically.
Right.
These two, they have a level of respect for each other that maybe we don't necessarily understand. I don't think they have like a super personal relationship, but you could clearly tell whenever Jay gets brought up, it's always going to be Nas in the conversation. Jay knows that. It doesn't matter what he does. It doesn't
Jay
matter
hopes
how
for that.
much he
Jay
makes.
wishes
It
for
does-
that.
That's part of being a rival, though.
That doesn't benefit Nas. When
Nas
Nas's
is
name
brought up,
comes up,
always brought up.
Jay-Z's name doesn't come up. When we talk about Nas,
That's
Jay-Z's
cap.
name don't come up.
That is
When you
cap.
talk Jay,
That's not
when
true.
you talk
That's
Jay-Z,
cap.
Nas'
That's
name
not
comes
true.
up.
That is cap, bro.
The
Lex,
pendulum always swings from Nas to Jay. Every time you bring either one of them up, the other always gets brought up immediately after. In any
you
sort
almost
of
have to.
context.
It's like
You have
Magic and
to.
Bird. You bring up Magic, someone's gonna bring up Bird. You bring up Bird, someone's gonna bring up Magic. Like
That's a
that's
fact.
part of
Not
being a
true.
rival.
Forever.
No.
It's also the
bring up the
comparison I
Yankees
also
and
always
the
made was
Red Sox.
Pacino and De Niro.
Yeah, like there's people that are just flat out rivals. And to Steve's point, Memphis Bleek was on Breakfast Club today. I don't know if I'm allowed to say other people's stuff, but he
No,
was
you
on
good.
he was on their show today, and he talked about how much they admire Nas. He's like Nas, Mobb Deep, them the niggas that really got it popping for that generation before we was even on. Like he's like we was listening to them before we got on. We was inspired by them before we got on. This is Memphis Bleek saying this.
Fucking wrong. You're wrong. Hold on, y'all. We're having a generational issue here. We're having a generational issue here, and you're buying someone else's shit. Fucking Nas. Bird and Magic Johnson did not like each other. And let me tell you this much. And you can ask Master and go ask OG Rashad. Go ask these cats. First of all, Magic Johnson was getting jerked. He was the best player in the fucking league. He won a national championship, all this shit. And now Bird, who can do a couple of things, they're on the same level. Magic went head to head, bust his ass in college. All right, so what happened? So is Caitlin Clark, what's her name? Caitlin what? Who's in the WNBA?
You gonna say
Caitlin
Caitlin Clark
Clark.
and Jerice?
Yeah, is she the fucking best player in the league? They promote her like she is, though.
But-
Larry Bird
What is
does
this
not to
point?
be. My point is this though:
Yeah, go ahead,
if the perspectives are off, right, and then the national media put them on par, we already know that Magic Johnson far exceeds fucking Larry Bird, just based on everything he's done. If you have any.
To speak to Trill's point, every single rapper,
Magic, hold on. Magic Johnson wasn't an asshole like athletes today. And he saw the big picture. I'm going to smile and be cool. I'm going to be chill. He should have said, what the fuck you compare me to this kid for? I'm busting everyone's ass. I'm playing center. I'm winning a fucking championship in my rookie. How the fuck you? Yeah, he's nice. He's good. Why you compare me to this motherfucker?
It's still
Bird
respectful.
won 3 straight MVPs. You acting like Bird was some
Steve Nash won 2. He didn't deserve 1.
What they got to
but
do
Bird
with
deserved the 3 he won.
All right.
Yeah,
3 straight.
every single New York rapper in Nas's prime, even when they dissed him, man, they all felt terrible about it. Like we talking about from 50 to Cormega to Nori to Cameron, they've all said at the end of the day, this is Nas we're talking about here. Nas, it's Nas. It doesn't matter what either one of these niggas do, they're always gonna be connected to one another. Jay-Z understands and knows that. There's a part of him that has to acknowledge that no matter what his status is in this hip hop shit. It doesn't matter. It don't even matter if they secretly don't like each other. What we're saying is that
Secretly?
we don't know. We don't even know the ins and outs. This probably I don't even remember the last time I've even seen these niggas publicly together performing, whatever the case. I think PG talked about the I Declare War concert. That was like 20 plus years ago.
I mean, they've been together mad more times.
Why are you
Yeah.
acting like these are the
That's like
Temptations
4
coming back
records,
for a
man.
reunion tour? This is not Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5's coming back. The last time I saw them
they're not
perform,
This is Michael and Prince. This
This
Michael and
isn't
Prince.
the Celtics and the Knicks. This isn't the Packers and the Bears, man. These are two niggas that didn't like each other at one point. They got over it, man, and made some songs together.
no, that's
That
not
is it.
true. Steve, hold on. Nas, Jay-Z was always a fucking fan. Once you get that established, you will understand where I'm coming from. Jay-Z, Nas, you call my phone. I ain't give you my motherfucking number. What the fuck? Let me just say this one thing. Let me say one thing. Jay-Z was in Lost Land after Hawaiian Sophie, right? He tried, whatever. Nas showed him the game. Nas showed Raekwon the game. Raekwon, big. He changed the whole. Stop saying Rakim. Nas stole from Rakim. Rakim can't do what Nas is doing ever.
But that's
So
how it goes.
Wait.
The OG lays the foundation.
Let me just finish, and y'all can have it. I swear to God, y'all can have it. All I'm saying is this, though. While Nas busts his ass to reinvent, to create, what did Jay-Z do? He said, he didn't stay in New York and stay in the lab and create. No, he went to Philly.
He went to go sell crack.
Hey, you silly ass motherfuckers. Hey, let me borrow that. Let me take. Ooh, look what you got in this cupboard. He took every fucking thing. And he went on and on. He said, all right, let me do, what's next? Hey, Beyonce, you want to do songs with me? He's a he is not a star. He is not.
Lex, you was actually doing all right till you got to the last part.
Yeah, man.
So Lex is
incredible.
remember
He's a byproduct of Star Wars.
Not a blockbuster.
Hold on.
Star Wars is not a blockbuster.
Hold on. Go ahead, Trill.
I mean, I think Lex kind of sensationalized what he said. There was some truth in there. If you remember, what did Nas call Jay-Z and Ether? He called him a Stan. Y'all remember who Stan was? Stan was a deranged fan of somebody that had this crazy relationship with this, like a one-sided relationship with someone that they were a fan of. Right. And that's what Nas called Jay-Z. And
that song must have been like 3 months old when he used that slang too.
Yeah, no, it was like a year old because it came out. Stan came out right at the end of my freshman year, so like May, June of 2000, and then Ether comes out December 4th of 2001. But it was like no one was using that term in that way at that time. Even like Stan was a great song, but for him to call Jay-Z a Stan, that's kind of how the Stan term actually helped grow. It was just a crazy record from Eminem at one point, and then Nas calling Jay-Z a Stan. And I mean, you sampled me on your first 2 albums, like that. That's something that can't be changed. But like for Lex to say that Jay-Z isn't the star is probably taking it a little bit too far. I do. If you look at it creatively, I think Mike D is a guy that he has like a little joint he do on YouTube. I watch him. He always says Nas is the greatest hip hop artist of all time, and I never really thought about it in that way. I think Nas is the greatest rapper of all time. But then he like when you talk about artistry. and just talk about some of the chances that Nas took. I don't think Nas gets the proper respect from the outside world for his artistry, for the chances he takes, for the creativity that he injects into his music. And I think the majority of the creativity that he injects in his music is all Nas. Like these are Nas's ideas. These are things that Nas wanted to try. And I think that's part of the reason why Nas gets some of the hate that he gets, because when you try a bunch of shit, sometimes shit just don't land for people. Like they're gonna be like, why are you using the Sherlock Holmes voice on this song, trying to figure out who killed hip hop? Hey, he kind of went a little too far with that. With Jay-Z did kind of, Jay-Z, I ain't gonna say he borrowed from a lot of people, because I still think Jay-Z is super supremely talented, but Jay-Z got a lot of help. If we go keep it funky, Jay-Z got a lot of help. I think, and some of it was Jay-Z made a lot of good choices.
Look, give me an example of the help he got.
Kanye West. Like Kanye West produced Jay-Z's first top 5 single. If you look at Blueprint, Blueprint. No, but let me look at
How is that different than any other rapper that ever lived?
I don't like when y'all do that right there. The Blueprint's cool.
How is that different than any other rapper that ever lived?
It's production.
I can explain it.
It's production, and Blueprint wasn't just Kanye West. Blueprint.
It's not just production, but it wasn't just Kanye stuff. It was
great production too. Just Blaze had great production too.
Yeah, but one of the big joints was a non-brigade song. All I Need. That was already a record that they recorded. And Jay-Z used the same template that they had for that record that was produced by Bink, and used the exact same template for his record, All I Need.
That's his label. He's
feeling it like that too. Feeling it with Legend of 96.
Hold on. I want to say this. You saying Jay-Z?
I got a response.
You saying Jay-Z had help? These niggas that he took from? Who helped them?
Who helped non-brigade?
No. You saying there's a template? So that wasn't a Roc-A-Fella.
He used records that these were songs that was already made. Like we can go on YouTube right now, put non-brigade, All I Need. This was a record that was already made before Jay-Z made his record. Already made, Never Changed. Never Changed was a song. Payroll's on the hook. Kanye produced that record. Kanye went back and did the exact same hook from Payroll's record and used it for Jay's record.
That's the way the whole genre goes. You're reaching so far.
I'm gonna be honest.
So people borrow in hip hop, then, right?
Yeah,
but
okay. So Jay-Z borrowed.
No, that's not the point you're making. You're trying to single him out like he's lesser than. Like he had some sort of
about Jay-Z. I mean,
handicap. He had some sort of handicap that others didn't have. That's the point you're trying to sneak that point by.
Jay-Z had a lot of help.
Exactly. So now you throwing a rock and hide in your hand. You throwing a rock and hide in your hand.
Greatest rappers. Show me the other. Okay, if we talk about the top 5 greatest rappers, show me other rappers with those same examples. The same way I laid out for Jay-Z. Show me the examples for other rappers.
Who are the other top 5?
I don't want to say it.
We'll say Tupac. We'll say Biggie. We'll say Nas.
I'm not going to say it because I'm from Queens, but you know what I can say right now. All you're going to say it was 30 years later on.
It was. Nas, if you erase that, Nas is still who he is. If we erase the shit I'm talking about.
But when it happens like that, though.
We're talking about his when he did that.
When it happens like that, though, it kind of made me look at it like, was this the only time this happened? You let somebody just come in there one time and just.
Show the proof.
I know the proof.
I'm not doing no voodoo, no mystery. I can show you the proof of what I'm saying.
I wouldn't have the proof. I never met. If I never met them, no Trill, I wouldn't have had the proof though either.
I'm telling you, these records exist, and the artists have spoke about this. This ain't just me coming out and just saying this stuff. The niggas have came out and spoke about it.
Bro.
I guess, Trap, I want to say this.
Hold on, PG. Hold on real quick, PG.
Yeah, I want to respond to that.
What you're mentioning right now and what I'm mentioning is totally different.
Yeah, Nas gave niggas credit. Them niggas got credited. Them niggas able to put that on their resume.
Right, nothing for that nigga, B.
That's a factual. That's a factual.
Bro.
Brigade didn't build nothing off that. Payroll's dead. They ain't getting nothing off of that.
I don't want to mention that shit on here right now. If y'all want to know what I'm talking about, hit me up. I'll let you know what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna do it right here. I ain't gonna do that.
Talk about it. It's in the.
I'll say it.
It's in the. The dude got a Grammy. Well, it's not a mystery. The dude got a Grammy. Like we acting like it's some like Nas took rhymes from someone and didn't give them credit. They never got credit for
it. It's the fact that you just took rhymes from somebody else, bro. That's the whole thing. You took a whole song from somebody, bro.
How do you take?
You said a template.
You work with someone on
a template This man told me he
Those
gave him
people.
a notepad. He gave him
Jay
a
didn't
notepad
work with those
your
people.
head, bro.
I don't think Jay ever met payroll. I don't think payroll got any songwriting credit for Never Change.
He didn't write nothing.
That's his hook. That the hook that
write nothing. No, it's not his hook. How's it his hook? The hook is a sample. Never,
I'm still,
ever, ever
still fucking with Crime because Crime pays. Out hustling, same clothes for days. That's payroll shit.
You're reaching. You're true.
Kanye does the hook on the record Never Change.
I feel like
the original song is payroll.
Both you and Lex have a documented.
Probably.
Lex have a documented vendetta against Hov, and really, I think it goes. I think we constantly do this. When an artist gets too big, somebody goes, "I gotta chop them down. I gotta chop them down a little bit." We constantly do it, and you know what? I respect it. Maybe there's a good reason for it, but that shit don't be because it don't be sitting like it's coming from your heart, your most genuine, most sincere argument. It's about this tree is too tall. I'm gonna chop it down.
Am I lying?
I can't.
What am I lying about?
I'm gonna be honest.
It's not genuine. It's not sincere.
Well, what am I lying about?
I will say this. I'm gonna rebuttal what you're saying because I look at it in a different perspective. I think Jay is the best rapper of all time when it comes to maximizing the potential of his music business relationships. His relationship with Dame and Biggs, his relationship with Kanye, his literal personal relationship with Beyonce. Like all of this shit was symbiotic, man. His relationship with Beyonce was able to put him into the same audiences and fan base as Beyonce. Kanye gives
what it do for her?
I don't know. I guess it makes her more palatable to the hip hop community in some sense, I guess. But Kanye, right? He becomes an established artist. He gives Jay his first top 5, top 10 record. Kanye eventually becomes an artist himself. We see what happens with that. Then you get the dynamic with Dame Biggs. They start up Roc-A-Fella, and they bring on a whole host of artists and rappers and producers. Like this nigga's literally working with some of the best in-house producers you could think of, from Guru to Bank to Blaze to Kanye to the options are literally endless. Even his dynamic, we was talking about his access or his accessibility to getting the fan base from the South by working with Jermaine Dupri. Like, bruh, whoever he gets around, he's gonna find a way to maximize the potential of the relationship dynamic. That it don't matter if it's Rick Rubin, Timbo, whoever. I'm gonna take this shit and I'm gonna find a way to just increase my brand with this shit somehow, some way. I'm not knocking the nigga for doing something like that. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm just we just gotta keep it a buck. It didn't matter what it was, man. Negative publicity, positive publicity. He found a way to say, listen, I'm gonna use this shit in some form or fashion. It didn't matter if it was the collab albums where you know who, all the crossover records he made, for everyone from Mariah Carey to Rihanna, all that shit. It literally puts Jay in a completely different light, whether we like it or not. So.
So why y'all hate on him like y'all do Drake when it comes to that?
I'd like to say just one thing.
Because Drake has different purposes, and it's not the same.
They're doing the same shit.
I'd like to say just one thing, Trav, if I can.
Yeah, bro.
Exact same thing. The
I
exact
feel
same
like
thing.
I feel like culturally, it's something we really love to do, and we do it as a practice. I don't know why. I'm not really sure what we think it gets us, what we think it's protecting. I really think it just hurts us. I mean, from the beginning of this episode, which is a great episode so far, but from the beginning of this episode, we shifted everything to try, if I'm not mistaken, to try to chop down Sexy Red in some way, cut her down just a little bit. I think we really make a habit and a practice of finding the people who help build this culture in every era, not just the beginning, and find things to dislike about them, find ways to discredit them, find ways to take credit away from them, find ways to say their success wasn't earned or they stole or they this or that. And I'm not saying any of these people are saints. I know I'm a huge Drake fan. I know this nigga's fucked up. I know he's a piece of shit a lot of time. But I don't think it gets us the thing we think it gets us. I don't think it pushes us where we think it pushes us. I think it really just only exclusively holds us back as a culture, as a people, on every rubric, especially economically, when we're constantly searching for reasons to chop down, demean, and denigrate the people who are lifting this culture up, simply because they're not perfect, especially when we're not perfect. And this is art, which is supposed to express humanity in every facet of it. We really love to make a game and a pursuit and a practice and an art of chopping each other down. And I have never seen the benefit of it. I've never seen when it got any of us. I've never seen how it brought any of us up. I've never seen how it helped anybody. I've never seen how it put money in anybody's pocket. I've never seen how it made anybody smarter, except for maybe you get the feeling of you win an argument, or you just make somebody else black feel small, at least in your own mind.
So what about when Jay-Z does it?
Hold on. I never.
I seen him make people rich. I seen him make a lot of people rich.
Case in point, I never like, it doesn't get you anything. It only hurts you. We can't see it because it happens indirectly, but it's definitely not adding to us. If anything, we're trying to say, was this person not black because they're successful? What really is going on? Why are we spending so much time and energy to chop down people who look like us, who've done amazing things from where they're from, and then act like it's cute and smile about it, or that it doesn't affect us, when it probably has deep reverberating effects on us?
So what about when Jay-Z does it?
My nigga, if a nigga smokes crack, are you supposed to do it too?
No, but I'm asking you, what about everything you just said? What about when Jay-Z? What about when Jay-Z does it?
What about you?
You just said it doesn't help the culture.
You.
We talking about one of the biggest people in the culture that does what you're talking about.
What about you?
We watching someone be exalted doing all the things you said were bad for the culture.
Phil, you're a brilliant man.
Benefit from it.
Let him go.
This weekend, Jay-Z did the Colin Kaepernick this weekend.
What's that?
We're not talking about that. Jay-Z did it to Colin Kaepernick this weekend at the concert. What you're talking about? Cutting people down. Yeah. Jay-Z did that, and he did it 7 years ago when he took the job at NFL.
Jay-Z is guilty of the exact same thing I'm talking about now. So he's fully guilty of it. Now, what I want to ask is, what about you?
What about me?
Hold on.
We can move on.
No, continue. But I just think you're missing something.
What about me?
While you talk, lift every voice and sing.
You just described an entire scenario in some form of a defense for someone that's doing the exact same thing that you say that you're against. So you're defending somebody, bringing up the exact same things that they do, saying that there's a problem with it within the culture. But we'll watch someone be exalted for doing that exact same thing. So is it bad or is it good?
What about you?
What about me?
You have no answer for yourself, but you have plenty to say about others.
I said about Jay-Z, and I told you what I'm saying true or not.
I asked you one at a time. Y'all go one at a time. Chill out.
Microscope level scrutiny for others.
But
you, and you have nothing to say.
When I asked you, is what I'm saying true?
I responded to you, and I said it was true. I said he did exactly what he said.
So what's your issue with the truth?
Now you have another question.
What's your issue with the truth?
Now you have I just answered.
What's your issue with the truth then? You said I'm cutting someone down, but you said what I'm saying is true. How do you cut somebody down with actual events? How do you cut somebody down with the truth? If I was lying, if I was making something up, if I was slandering somebody, I would be 100% with what you're saying. But if you're saying what I'm saying is the truth, how does what you're saying apply to me? If you're saying what I'm saying is true.
It could more so mean that, I think it could more so mean that as we sitting here having this discussion, y'all tend to point out, but he did this right. He might have cured cancer, but he also did this right here though too, B. You know what I'm saying?
Did he do it? Huh? The thing that we saying he did he do it? Because now we want to have a disingenuous conversation now. Because I mean, it'd be one thing if I was slandering Jay-Z. There's a lot of things I've heard people say about Jay-Z to me that are some of the stuff that Lex said. In my personal opinion, I don't agree with it. I personally felt like some of it was just out of left field. I don't see what he sees with some of the stuff that he said about Jay-Z. But there's other stuff he says where it's like, you know what? That's true. I may not feel the way he feels about this specific thing, but it is true. Like there's things about Tupac that are true, but I don't feel the same way how those facts land to other people. You know, there'll be people, Tupac was in ballet or all this bullshit. And it's like, the nigga went to performing arts school for 2 years. You're going to take 2 years out of 25 years and say somebody something, whatever. You know what I mean? But it's true. The nigga did wear a ballet outfit. He did ballet, studied the shit for 2 years. But there's going to be people that go say, oh, he's a performing arts school kid. He's an art school kid. And it's like, the nigga went to a public school for a year, went to a performing arts school for 2 years, moved to California, went to another public school. That'd be like a nigga playing 2 years in basketball in high school and you saying he's a basketball player. But if feeds the agenda, so people go say Tupac is an art school kid, or this person is that, this person is that. I can't dispute the fact, because I guess it is true. I just don't agree with the way that they, lay it out and the way they try to frame it. And it's probably people that feel the same way about me and Jay-Z. They'll say, well, Jay-Z took these records and they're like, well, what about when Rakim took this record from MC Get Busy and he rapped over Paid in Full before him or somebody else? I'm sure there's somebody that took a record that I might not be aware of, that I'm a huge fan of, that I fuck with. And they're like, what about when Nas took this record from Nature that, Nature was depending his whole life on, and Nas just hops on the record, D Brown's gonna say, what about Uchiwali? That was their song. They got it hot. And then Nas jumped on it once it got hot and turned into a, blah, blah, that and the third. But even if someone said that, it's like, well, I guess that's perspective. I guess that's the way they view it. I can't say it's not true, because that was a Bravehearts record. It got hot and then Nas jumped on it. And I think Nas took it national. And someone might say, well, Jay-Z Never Changed national. Nobody heard Payroll's version. Nobody heard Non-Brigade's All I Need.
All right, the question I got is for this right here. We can stay on this subject for a second, though, but I got a question on that show right now. So what would you say this Yankee Stadium weekend was simply a great concert, or would it go down as one of the most important history moments in hip-hop history?
One of the most important moments, not only in hip-hop history, in American history. And glasses go get mad because I said American history, but this is one of the most important moments in the history of this nation. In the history,
tell us why.
Sure. He's become the first artist to sell out Yankee Stadium. Probably, well, it's not the old Yankee Stadium, but it still represents Yankee Stadium. One of the most historical stadiums in this country, the winningest baseball franchise in MLB history. They removed the Yankee pennants from the stadium and put Roc-A-Fella, Roc Nation flags up there. That's monumental. For the Yankees to take down their pennants, the winningest MLB, the winningest team in Major League Baseball history, taking their flags down so Jay-Z could fly the Roc Nation flag, bringing people from all over the world to the South Bronx, where hip-hop began, for a Jay-Z concert. Nigga, that's amazing. And bring all those people out there. That's history. That is history. And it belongs in history. It's amazing.
Bullshit.
And it's also
that just shows you that he's connected to luxury brands. He's commercial. He's down with the corporations and shit. You know what? You know what would have been fly? You know what would have been fly?
Did it in Marcy.
Go right outside. Go right outside the Brooklyn Bridge, or go to Central Park, or Kings Plaza. And do the concert for free.
Kings Plaza.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Who gives a fuck if he sold out the Yankee Stadium?
Kings Plaza.
Who gives a fuck?
Oh, you want to do it in
What I'm saying to you is this. What I'm saying to you was this. That could have been a moment, a teachable moment, and unified hip-hop. It wasn't. It was sort of like the Knicks situation when they won the championship game. I have the money to pay for me and my four family members to go to a Knicks game. I would not dare pay $3,800 for a ticket. They hit us up first. And we're not even fucking season ticket holders. We do business like, no, don't even get me to line. You see how that lie was about to start? I don't do business with them. I buy shit from them and they give it to me. There's no relationship. And so they were like, before everyone, you can buy a ticket for $3,800 a piece. Not a piece. Was it? Well, I called Trap on it.
No. It was four tickets for $3,800. 4 tickets for
$3,800. I said, Trap, is that a deal? My wife was like, maybe we should just buy them and just sell them. I got on my wife. I said, babe, that's not how we do. Like real true Knicks fans, we gonna buy the tickets. We going to the game. But then when he said something about these prices, it was like, you can get $18 million for one ticket. I was like, well, let me consider it. I said, nah, I can't get down like that. I called my man Trap. What's going on with these tickets? But he said, yo, Lex, that's how much they're going for. There's no deal. There's no nothing. If you're buying the tickets, go enjoy the game. That's the mindset.
It was the game that you was going to. It was for Game 4. And Game 4 ticket, that was like the going price. You made like a $200 on them or something like that. Go ahead,
right. My point is this, though, man. Jay-Z is nothing but the corporation. Thank you, Dame Dash, for teaching that nigga. You took on the lessons that Russell Simmons taught us. And you know what? The problem with Jay-Z is, and if y'all can't see it, it bothers the shit out of me when I see it. He has the jewels, and he keeps the secrets to himself. He learns new attributes. He learns shit. He learns how to conduct himself in front of a camera. He learns how to watch him in his interviews when he speaks. He really, he takes his time. He's very meticulous about his words and shit. Because you know what? He ain't that dude. So now he's learned after watching motherfuckers like fucking Dame Dash, who does it from raw talent and raw spirit. Now he gets it. He watched Bugs. What's Biggs? Is it Biggs?
Biggs.
He watched Biggs pull it out the motherfucking street. Like, I'm not the type of nigga. Yo, listen, I haven't made it in life. I'm all right. I haven't made it in life. But when I make it, when I do, because I will make it, before, like, my goal is to win 2 Oscars, right? That's my goal. I don't give a fuck if they have to give me my fucking Oscar in a fucking wheelchair, a hospital bed, or in the fucking grave. My hand will be just like this, and I will come out and grab it. My point is this, though. I will never lose the connection. This nigga is so far away from us. He uses us. He uses us to sell this Brooklyn shit. He ain't Brooklyn. He's a corporate entity, a fucking spy bitch nigga who sits here, and he acts like he's one of us, and you motherfuckers want to sit here and be fooled. Well, I'm going to be the brother that let you know. Listen, I respect all his rap. His rap is dope. He's good. But he's a fucking fraud. It's time that you fucking wake up. God damn it.
No, when you say he's a... Now, I agree with...
Put some butter on that oatmeal. How's it feel? Does it feel good?
I agree with like 70% of what you said. I do think Jay-Z is corporate, but I think hip-hop is corporate now. And I think Jay-Z became corporate after a lot of other niggas already made hip-hop corporate. Like, Jay-Z didn't become a national star until 1998. Hip-hop was already corporate at that time. There was already a bunch of people that we respect, that we salute, that was already corporate, Diddy being one of them. He was already corporate before Jay-Z even broke off in the game. Jay-Z first tour as an artist that niggas actually cared about was the No Way Out tour. They was opening up. They was performing when niggas was coming into the spot. Fast forward a year and a half later, Jay-Z is filling up the venue as the headliner on the Hard Knock Life tour. This is 18-month turnaround from opening for Mace to being one of the hottest artists in the country, headlining one of the biggest arena tours at the time. But to Lex's credit, I do think Jay-Z's like a rich righteous teacher. You know how like the poor righteous teachers? I think Jay-Z's like a rich, maybe righteous teacher. And I do agree with some of the stuff he's saying, maybe not to that level of extreme. Like, I'm not gonna call him a bitch nigga or whatever like that. I think Jay-Z a real nigga. But I do also think that Jay-Z he's a businessman. Jay-Z is probably down with the corporations. I can't really be mad at him for that because he's playing a game that everyone that on that level plays that same game. And if Jay-Z's a billionaire, Jay-Z operates on that level. He can't just do a free show at Von King Park. It would be dope if he did, but I can't discredit the nigga for not doing a free show in the middle of Marcy. Like,
wait a second.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Lex. Hold on.
Lex, hold on.
No.
Trill said that he can fix the elevator in Marcy.
No. You've been monopolizing this stage. I'm about to go. You've been monopolizing this stage.
They don't have elevators in Marcy.
I love you, Lex.
I'm monopolizing the stage because this is bullshit.
No.
I'm
about to go. I love you, Lex, but I want to move on.
Hold on, bro.
No.
What you mean? No.
Hold on.
Record.
What are you doing? 6 months ago, they said that Jay-Z had an obligation to fix the elevators in fucking Port Marcy projects. He had
Do
an
they have
obligation.
elevators in Marcy?
So when I say you got it, PG, go ahead now. I'm good.
No, I'm just
It's
do they?
listen.
I've been in his building. I don't remember seeing no elevator. Maybe I mean
What's
I smoke a lot of
happening, man?
weed, but I don't know.
I don't know about the elevators either, but that's what they say. He got to do it, and Chad was right with him. Go ahead, PG.
I never heard that.
Trav
never heard
asked
that
one
conversation?
question.
Never.
Go
I
ahead,
never heard
PG,
that.
man.
Honestly, I never heard that.
I'm
Trav
sorry. Go ahead,
asked
PG.
one
I'm sorry,
question
bro.
about the concerts. Trill had a much better perspective on it than me. It seemed like those concerts are real important. I think for me, it's a great book, and it feels like this summer. What I didn't realize earlier this summer, I'm just not realizing a few weeks ago, is we're 25 years out from 9/11.
Yeah.
This summer, the Knicks brought home the chip, and this summer, Jay-Z is celebrating both Blueprint and Reasonable Doubt. I think those are all real fitting, and I think also we're getting an extension of 3 summers ago when we celebrated the 50th anniversary of hip hop. It feels like that celebration. At first, I was kind of like, I remember being like, "Oh, that's cool." I didn't realize what was going to reverberate. It feels like we haven't stopped celebrating the 50th anniversary. It feels like that celebration has continued on for these last few years, and it feels like this concert was a continuation of that, and it really. I'm a huge Jay-Z fan, and fuck, I had something else to say, which was, yeah, the one thing I feel about a lot of celebrities and people criticize them so harshly, I really try not to do it, because the honest truth that I feel that most people don't want to look at is if they were in that position, they would be making just as many mistakes, if not more. They would be fucking up just as bad, if not worse. We don't know. We've never been in that position. We don't know what we do in it. We can say anything we want to say. Oh, if that was me, if that was me, if that was me. Same way people are like, if I won the lottery, nobody would find out. I would move it. Bullshit, nigga. Most people who win the lottery lose the money. Everyone thinks they're the smart one and everyone else is the dumb one. That's what everyone thinks. There's no dumb people. There's no dumb people if you survey everyone, because everyone thinks they're the smart one. I think these are just human beings. They're flawed, they're dumb, they're limited, and they may have an opportunity, and it's a combination of luck and skill and destiny that puts them in a position, and they do what they can with it. Some of them are more nefarious than others. Some of them are more benevolent than others. But most people live in the middle, because that's what humanity is. If I say I love Jay-Z and I love his records, and I think he has so many songs that are among my favorite songs ever in hip hop, and he's carried a career that I think is one of the best careers I've ever seen in hip hop. You know what I mean? That's like, I'm not saying the man is a god, but he's done something amazing that almost no one in history has ever done. Maybe 2, 3 other guys, maybe not even 3, maybe just 1 or 2 other guys. You know what I mean? And he didn't culminate it. I'm sure he has a lot more in his career to go, but to hit that milestone, and also to the other point, like, I don't, this thing about a teach. Oh, that's what I want to say. This thing about a teachable moment. I love Hope's connection with not only Swizz but with Basquiat, because his connection of fine art, I think, is really an answer to, maybe imperfectly, maybe very imperfectly, but an answer to how he's been trying to answer how blacks have been treated in music for the last 100 years. I always think he's trying to answer that through fine art, which is, you're gonna pay me what my art is worth. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's really, really dope. That he constantly is making that point to connect hip hop to fine art and say this is its value, this is its place in the culture. Um, I just think that's excellent. I don't think this nigga's a saint. This nigga might be even evil. I'm willing to believe he's even evil, but that doesn't. I don't need my artists to be saints. Just give me the art, and I think
Yeah.
this weekend that's what he did.
All
I'm
right.
not,
Go ahead, Steve.
this is for sure, man. Listen, man. NYC, bro, this is easily up there with some of the best like summers y'all done had in a very, very, very long time. The fact that the Knicks won a chip and Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying, had a sold out show 3 nights Like in NYC itself, I mean, this is an extreme. Niggas were shooting fireworks after the shows, all type of insane shit was going on. Like this is for sure. I'm not the biggest Jay fan, but like you gotta just give credit where credit is due, man. Like this, all of this shit ties into some type of like New York Renaissance being reestablished again, man. Because everybody complains about, New York hip hop and New York culture being a shell of itself, or whatever the case, for the last 10 to 15 years, whatever the case. Bruh, for what happened this past summer, so since June, since the beginning of June, this has been historic, man. You're probably not gonna have this for a while, but this shit, y'all should cherish, man. For real, for real. Like we about to be in August. Ain't no telling what the hell can happen next at this point.
Black August.
Yeah, bro. Like this shit is historic, monumental, everything you could possibly think of. Man. The fucking Knicks, man. That's something that nobody really seen coming for real, like at all.
Bullshit.
For the last 10 years,
Why
nobody
are you
seen that
mixing
shit
the
coming.
Knicks up? When you talking about Jay-Z?
Because
Why are you
all of
talking
it,
about the Knicks?
because we're talking about New York as a whole, and
Can
all
I
of
say
that
one
shit,
thing when Steve
all
done?
of that shit ties into everything. Jay-Z is from New York. The Knicks is a New York-based team. He performed in Yankee Stadium, sold out 3 nights. He brought out everybody you could possibly think of, alleged rivals, everybody, everyone, all the legends came out. All the people were there in attend. LeBron in attendance, all type of people. Bruh, you just gotta just step out the way sometimes, Lex, and just
I'm trying to
appreciate
remember the
it as
group
a
that
New
he
Yorker,
stole the
man.
song from Philly. The group, did he bring them out? When he played them all? Did he bring them out?
No.
That's so.
Brigade.
Did
I'm
he
trying to
bring
remember the
them
group
out?
he stole
He brought
from.
What's
everybody.
what's
Did he
gonna
bring them
do?
Who
out?
who did he steal from?
I mean,
Nah,
I can remember the group,
Brigade.
but half of Philly.
They get
Like,
Oh
trapped.
God, man.
Nah,
yo,
Y'all
one
gotta
last
step
thing to what
back as New
Steve is
Yorkers,
saying.
man, and appreciate what this is, man.
One
For real, man.
one last thing to what
you
Steve
said
is
he brought
saying.
everyone out. You said he brought everyone out. I
Yes,
just
he
want to
did.
know if
He
he
didn't
brought
bring
the
it
people
to
he was
be out to
stealing
do
from.
four
He
alarm
did?
blaze.
We talking about people that we understand and respect in this goddamn culture, man. You know exactly
Didn't
what
he
I'm
bring
talking about.
Lauren out? Did
No,
Lauren
but
come out?
No,
nah,
No,
No,
but
no, no.
no.
let me.
Nas brought Lauren out at his show.
Yeah, Nas saluted. But it's one last thing I want to
Salute.
say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Kind of there was probably like 3 or 4 people that we should have saw come out. They explained the Foxy Brown situation, so I'm not going to mention that.
Mm.
Jay-Z did 3 nights
we
at
got to get
Yankees.
on tonight too. We got to get on tonight too. Like we
Nah,
were
but
just talking about night one right there. But go ahead,
Jay
though.
did. Jay did through. We ain't about to go through night 2 and night
No, no,
three.
yes we is,
No,
bro. We
one
got to.
one
Yeah.
last thing. Jay brought all these people out. 3 nights of Jay-Z, biggest celebration, one of the biggest celebrations of a single artist in hip hop history, probably the Freeway and Beanie Siegel did not come out and do what we do. I
Yeah.
think
Oh, wow.
They
I
was at
think
Roots
Interesting.
picnic.
that's something the culture deserved. I feel like
They
they
was
did
at
that.
Roots picnic.
They did that Roots picnic, but Yankee Stadium needed to see that. Is it because a lot of people that were at Yankee Stadium weren't at Roots picnic? The upper
Did he
echelon
bring out the
people,
Young
the
Guns?
rich, the young guns. No one from the old Roc-A-Fella came out. Cam didn't come out
Wait a
to
minute,
Welcome to New York City.
Oskino?
Bleak
Oskino?
came out.
Oskino didn't come
Oskino.
out?
No, Oskino
Oh
got
God.
pissed at the Roots picnic, but
Emilio
the
Sparks, did he come out?
Emilio Sparks did not come out and do Give
Straight
It To
stole
Me.
from these cats. What are we
The
talking
song he
about?
took him. Nah,
Oh
but Lex,
God.
one last thing I want to say about Jay-Z.
My bad.
No, it's all good. Jay-Z has an ability to control the narrative, and I think Jay-Z understands the importance of a narrative. We had a conversation on Clubhouse like 2 weeks ago, and we said, what's more important, a memory or history? And I personally said the memory is more important than history, because how you remember something, that's something that you hold on to. That's how you tell the story, is how you interpret it. What happened in history, if someone doesn't look up the facts and facts checks history, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like we can argue about history all day long and what's documented, but how people remember things is going to be the most important thing. Like someone right now that's 25 years old, they're looking at how Reasonable Doubt was celebrated this past weekend, and they probably think out the gate that Reasonable Doubt was a classic album, and it was just universally embraced by the culture of hip hop when it first came out. But in reality, I don't think that album went platinum till like the 2000s. I want to say it took around the same amount of time it took for Illmatic to go platinum for that record to go platinum. You know what I mean? Same with something like Illmatic. Like if you're looking at these things now, like the narrative behind it is you would think that these albums went platinum right out the gate. Sold 300,000-400,000 their first week. So I think the way that Jay-Z controls the narrative is probably one of the reasons why he'll be known as the greatest rapper of all time. And what I always say is the narrative doesn't matter when you was actually there. You know what I mean? So we were there. You know, we know the impact of Reasonable Doubt, but we also know it was a slow burn. And those of us that was outside, we know what the big albums from the summer of 96 was. We know what the big albums from 1996 were. We know what albums were big, was being played everywhere, was really popping. And then as time goes on, and I think your legacy, you don't determine your legacy. You don't decide your legacy. All you do is put out your work. You put out your art. The people decide your legacy. You know what I mean? I think this kind of leads into the conversation about 38 Spesh and Jadakiss, if you will.
But no, bro, we're not skipping over that night. What y'all doing right now, bro?
Before we
we had a historical night on night 3 that niggas had to wait. We got to talk about all. Matter of fact, let's go through the Express.
Talk about
hold on. Before we go there, I want to say one more thing about this is the 3 guests. I feel like if they would have brought up, if Hov would have brought, he never would have brought them out. But if he brought these 3 people out, it would have been a nuclear blast. New York would never recover. Hov would never bring these 3 people out. If Hov brought out Dame, Drizzy, or the Louis Vuitton Don, if he had brought out all 3 of them,
I said Kanye.
If he would have brought out all 3 of them, it would have been a radio. It would have been Chernobyl. You couldn't go back to the Yankee Stadium. That if
I think Dame would have been dope to bring out. I think Dame
man, I would have loved that. I would have loved that.
You have to be a thorough man to do something like that, bro. You have to be
imagine Beans and Freeway come out and do Rock the Mic, and Dame come out and start dancing, and Dame come out and start doing a Dame Dash dance.
All the teeth would fall out of my head.
Did Big Daddy Kane come out?
His too.
No. Jaz-O came out though.
I didn't mean to do that.
Jaz-O came out.
Yes,
and the crazy thing about when Jaz-O came out, he gave the credit to Jaz-O. He said,
he really did.
Right here, I wouldn't be.
That was dope of Jay to do that. Like I don't think people realize how big that was.
It's dope for him to tell the truth. You know the sky is blue. Yo, you dope. You so dope. The sky is blue. You right.
Lex, he didn't have to do that. He should have.
Tell the truth.
So how do you feel like? How do you feel like hip hop? How do you feel like hip hop properly? Does hip hop properly honor their mentors though?
No.
See, I feel differently. I feel like we really do.
Oh my God!
I feel like we really do. I think the older people, which is me, want it on their terms, and a lot of times overlook. Like, I feel like the young kids when they're young. You're looking at a young kid. If you're looking at a kid 25 and under, even 30 and under, like they only know how to give props a certain way. Not every kid is gonna be a Nas, and what they're doing, like even on a small level, I know that Jim Jones been telling the story a lot about how Playboy Cardi started this Vamp Life shit or Vamp Life Junior, whatever it's called. All respect, dude. All respect. But he said he ran into Cardi, and Cardi was like, "Yo, this is to honor you. Like, I don't mean no disrespect. I got all my swag, all my inspiration from you. You know what I mean? Like, and you gotta remember, we're dealing with young, urban youth, black youth. Like, one thing that's not in abundance is a lot of everybody's fighting for worth and self-esteem. So to be able to just come out your face and be like, this person taught me everything I know. Everybody wants to feel like they did it on their own because what else do you have? You fighting out to get something out of the mud. So the fact that it ever happens, that people ever give their props, to me is a huge.
That's regular, PJ.
So let me ask you this.
I don't think that's regular at all.
You think that's rare? You think that's rare?
Where do you see it in common? Where do you see it commonly with young people? Where?
It's not regular. It should be regular, but it's not.
Let me ask you this right now. Let me ask you this.
Because we don't see it, it's not regular? Because we don't see it? We don't see a lot of babies.
You good, bro?
We don't see a lot of babies. You good, bro? Women play.
Trap, I think you should move it along when it's time to be moved along. I trust Trap to move it along. I don't like the shit we push against someone. He's moving it along. We're sitting in one place. We got to move.
Yeah, man.
We gotta move.
He wanted to talk about night 2 and 3.
It's tedious to me. I'm in the conversation and it becomes tedious to me. We got to move along.
I tried to move on to 38 Spesh and Jadakiss. He said he wanted to talk about night 2 and 3.
We got to talk about night 2 and 3. That's the biggest that we should do this whole pod about those shows. We're not moving.
Chad, come
moving
back,
on to
man. Come on,
38
man. Let's do this. Let's finish this, bro.
We about to talk about night 2 and 3.
Hey, we're talking about Spesh and Kiss, man. Talking about night 2 and 3, man.
Let's
we can give
go.
it another 15, 20 minutes.
Let's talk about
night
it.
1 and we're moving on.
Peace. Shot team, what up?
Peace, sir.
So,
Let's go.
what do y'all feel are the highlights of night 2 and 3? I thought it was dope that Jeezy coming out and do Seen It All, Jay-Z opening the show up with the Dynasty intro after the long people wait in line, and he opened up with the Dynasty intro, which I like. I'm so glad he did that. I wish he would have did Imaginary Players. You know what I mean? I would love to see A Week Ago perform live.
I'm gonna pull up the set list from all 3 nights.
Yeah, Coming of Age 2 would have been great to have seen. I thought, no disrespect to the guests that came out on night 3. Just looking at Lenny S's Insta stories, like it's gonna be disrespectful, and it's that and the third. And I was like, okay, well, he's probably bringing out the big guns. I knew Kanye wasn't coming out. Trap thought he was, and I'm like, in an alternate universe, Kanye would have came out, but I feel like Kanye has done some things that is unforgivable. Like he said some things about Jay-Z and his family. Like if he just dissed Jay-Z, I don't think Jay-Z's Jay-Z petty, but I think Jay-Z can get over someone disrespecting him. I don't think Jay-Z can get over someone disrespecting his family. You disrespect somebody's kids. And Dame just do too much. Like the thing about Dame, we grew up, Dame was like the coolest nigga growing up. Like we thought Dame was the shit. And as we get older, we get to see how corny Dame was. And it makes, like when I listen to Lost Ones, it makes it make way more sense. Seeing how Dame conducts himself today and seeing how Jay-Z conducts himself. Jay-Z couldn't have been around that energy for the last 20 years and be where he is right now. He just couldn't. I don't want to say it about Dame. I kind of want to say something about Dame, but I don't know if I want to stand 10 toes about this for the rest of my life. This is documents on the internet. I'm going to say it. Dame is behaving like a loser. And that's not the way we view Dame. Like Dame was someone had a level of prestige. Dame carried himself a certain way. Dame was like, we aspired to be like a Dame Dash. Seeing the way he responds to everything Jay-Z does, he thinks Jay-Z's life revolves around him. When in reality, Dame's life, as far as what he does in media, revolves around Jay-Z. And he spent years like, I'm not talking about him. And he did well. Like I remember the first time he came on Breakfast Club with Murder Mook, and he was like, I'm not talking about Jay-Z. I respected that. I felt like he handled himself well. To see him go 10 years, that was 12 years ago. Seeing how he's conducted himself the last 4 or 5 years, always talking about Jay-Z. He was mad that Nas came out and he was like, oh, your favorite wrestlers are supposed to be forever. I would hate if King Kong and Godzilla got up there and shook hands. So he felt the way, he was mad that Jay-Z and Nas got on stage together. And it's like, damn, you like 55, 60 years old. Why would you be mad that 2 of the greatest rappers from, in my personal opinion, the greatest era of hip hop, squashed their beef and are doing monumental things on a global scale for hip hop? Why would you be mad about that other than the fact that you're not able to benefit from it no more? He just comes across like a hater.
Yeah, I'm a huge.
For the I Declare War.
Who did that?
Nah, Dame wasn't there.
Who was there for I Declare War? I just thought
Nah.
he was for that.
Trap, you're low right now. Your volume is low.
Yeah, PG.
I just want to say that like Dame is the first for the last 10 years, probably more. I became a huge fan of Dame Dash and how he's moved, and I've taken I think a lot of game from him and inspiration from him and the way he's given free game in all these interviews he's done over the last 10 years. He's been really one of my favorite figures in hip hop up until the last 2 years. What he's displayed these last 2 years have really made me sad and ashamed. Like, and I've wanted to give him. I feel like he went down kind of the same down in the same rabbit hole as Kanye, just completely destroying his own legacy, and it really bums me out and makes me sad because at first he was he was moving so valiantly, even before, because he was always an asshole. Like, I think the first time I really took notice of him, the hip hop motivation interviews he was doing with his barber Kenyatta, but also even before that, he did a great interview, maybe one or maybe two interviews with Combat Jack, rest in peace. He had one where he talks to Just Blaze, and he really is a piece of shit to Just Blaze. And he makes fun of him for wearing a fake jersey. Jersey, it didn't say Jets on it. It said Los Jets. But yeah, like I never understood, even, not that I've done such great business, but for my own, like, trying to pursue independence as an artist, like, for me, I was never inspired to do that until I heard Dame talk about it, and he really broke down those business models in a way that I can understand. I'm not someone who's I inherently understand business. Dame was the first person who ever made me go, "Oh, this is doable. This is understandable." So yeah, I'm a huge Dame and Dash fan, and the way he's conducted himself over the last year and a half, last 2 years, has been really, and now it's really awful to look at, and it is sad. And the way you said it, Trill, is the perfect way. He's moving like a loser, and that's something I never ever wanted to say about Dame. And the thing I loved about him is because he never. The one thing he said that I always love, he's like, I'm always broke. I'm never holding money. I put all my money back in the street. I'll put all my money back into my businesses. And like, just the way he moved was so valiant and so inspiring. And the way he's moving now is so filled with bitterness and resentment and control, trying to control things.
I don't understand how people can't see what the hell he's doing right now. Because like you said, like when you mentioned the Kenyatta, the book he put out and all that right there, wasn't nobody shining no light on that shit. Niggas wasn't, when he was sitting back giving out all that game, wasn't mentioning Jay, wasn't nobody mentioning Dame. Once that shit was being said and the interviews was being done, the next day nigga wasn't mentioning Dame at all. When a nigga said, all right, you know what, y'all want to keep asking me questions about Jay-Z? All right, here you go. Here go the answer. I'm gonna mention Jay-Z now. Let me mention Jay-Z. All right, this nigga done did all this shit right now. Y'all running my name through the fucking dirt. Only time y'all mentioning me and when y'all mention me as being broke or some shit like that. So now, you know what? I'm gonna be exactly what the fuck you're trying to paint me up to be right now. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm gonna do right now. I think he fell into character, and now you see him getting mentioned. They ain't doing a lot of shit, but so what he say, he's doing a lot of shit behind the scenes, B. And I think that goes into also being mentioned and cracking into the algorithm and being seen. He wasn't being seen with that Kenyatta shit. I think that's exactly what it is, bro.
I hope you're right, Trav, because I love Dame, and he's a hero to me. I think he's like, I'll put him up there with like Nipsey.
I fuck with Dame, man. I mean, listen, to see him rapping and doing all that shit and all that shit is corny, B. That shit is corny as shit though, but the shit just is keeping him out there though, B. Like it's like he being mentioned. I think
looking for engagement.
Yeah, looking for engagement. That's why we in an engagement era, B. This shit is fucking crazy. And a lot of niggas would do anything to get engagement because once they show that shit on the table, so look what I got. This is this. Niggas start bringing in, I'm saying, want to do business. I don't know. But I really think that's the reason why. Because you don't just wake up one day and go, all right, I'm going to say fuck it. I'm going to start mentioning these niggas' names. Well, I guess you could.
But Dame shouldn't do that. Like, Dame should not be acting like Ray J right now. Like, I feel like there's certain things that Dame talked about, because Dame was always big on principles. Dame was always big on just being a man and standing by certain things, regardless of what the outside world is doing. So to see him go to wanting to go viral, it just seems corny. And like what PG said, it legitimately is sad. It breaks my heart to see Dame Dash behaving in the manner. Same with Kanye. That shit break my heart. I love them niggas. I genuinely love them niggas. That shit break my heart.
That man put a fucking AI video together where it showed him getting tackled on the stage, bro. He don't give a fuck. He having fun right now.
That was funny though. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was hilarious.
He's having fun right now. He don't give a fuck about this shit.
He should was hilarious. I think he should be a streamer, man, at this point.
He don't give a fuck, B. He might end up doing that shit, B.
Yeah.
They fucking opened up a fucking a damn country club. Look like a fucking campsite. It's like a campsite, B. It's mad glamping shit. Yeah, so
he had him going on stage at Yankee Stadium, and then like the FBI, all these people
niggas tackled him. They tackled him on the stage. Got a hell of an AI team. That was crazy. That was crazy right there.
Dame is wild. See, like stuff like that. That's actually funny. I can't take nothing away from him. I watched that video like 4 or 5 times of just laughing. Like Dame is crazy. Why would he repost this? But like this is completely Dame Dash shit to do. But all like talking about Jay-Z, like talking about his relationship with Beyonce, like just talking about personal things about Jay-Z.
Charlie Baltimore pop up and say something about that.
Yeah, like Charlie Baltimore pop back up, and it's like, now they both supposed to fight or something. It's like and Dame Dash are supposed to fight.
They better not do a celebrity fight. No, they
please don't. Please don't. For the sake of Big, for Biggie's memory, please don't do it, Dame. You've done a lot of clown shit these last 18 months to 2 years. But Dame can actually box, so it might be beneficial to Dame because he might look good knocking the nigga out. So let me not give him any ideas. Dame, don't do it, please. Dame, don't do it.
All right, so I'm gonna skim through it real fast though. But you know we had the Blueprint night right there, and that's when Eminem came out. Did Renegade with him. Pharrell came out also.
You did Lose Yourself too. Don't skip past that.
Did Lose Yourself also.
Rapped it word for word.
Yeah, he did it. Know what I'm saying? So it's the conversation really goes into. Know what I'm saying? I think this is gonna be the conversation we're gonna have forever when it comes to whole. Is which album is better, Reasonable Doubt or Blueprint? Know what I'm saying? And it all depends on.
You got to add a third one to that. Personally,
which one? What's the third one? 444.
It's 444. 444 is my number one.
I don't think going to the conversation which one is better between. I don't think it's a three. I don't think it's a three piece at all. 444 is like I always look at the 444 as being like, all right, is this his album Ride Into the Sunset? You know what I'm saying, like that.
I think it's his best album, personally.
I mean, I can see this. This is probably most personal album.
The third is always going to be Black Album, and even
the third is Black Album. The third is Black Album.
That one
I don't
to
give
the
a shit
first,
about Black
the
Album.
other two, it kind of wanes in quality compared to Blueprint, Reasonable Doubt. But those are the 3 albums that stand out the most.
So I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you some questions when it comes to
whack. I feel whack.
You could put Blueprint up on it too, though. So I'm asking you right now, right? Which one you think had the better production?
Between Blueprint and Reasonable Doubt?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
That's tough. That is tough.
That's very tough because you have to like consider the context of when these albums came out. I think using that sample the way they used Politics as Usual in 1996 is like 15 years ahead of its time. It's like so futuristic for Jay-Z to be rapping that way, using that bounce, and like that's like to me that song blows my mind every time I hear it. Like they made this in 96. It was probably recorded in like 95. Like this nigga was thinking 20 years ahead. Like but the production on Blueprint it's just special. Like just as a body of work. To me personally, I think Reasonable Doubt is better song for song, but I think Blueprint is like his magnum opus, like as far as like body of work. Just from the horns on The Ruler's Back all the way to Mama Loves Me, and then you get into Lyrical Exercise and the Girls remix. It's just a beautiful body of work, even though there's songs on there that I could live without, but it's just a beautiful body of work. And
Jigga that nigga. Yep.
Yeah, Jigga that nigga, Hola Ho Vito. I could live without those records personally, but it's just a beautiful body of work. And I think it's Jay-Z really bearing his soul. I think Jay-Z has I think he has a beautiful story. And I think anytime.
Sorry.
Jigga, cover the track.
That's Trap Master. That's Trap Masters.
Because
your boy got more sixes than first grade.
That's Jigga. That what's my motherfucking name? What song is that?
That's what's the one off the Rough Riders?
That's Jigga what? That's Jigga what? Talking about Jigga what? All right. So what you got? Which one you got? Steve.
I'm gonna go with Reasonable by a hair. You know what? I kind of go back and forth between both of these albums because this is Jay literally
I'm talking about only production.
Yes, only production.
Okay. All right.
I get it, man. It's like all that in-house production on Blueprint, amazing. Bink, Guru, Kanye, Track Masters. Did Timbo have a produced track on there?
We're talking about Blueprint?
Yeah.
Hola Vito.
Oh yeah, he did. Definitely did.
Hola Vito was similar.
It was good at the time.
Ski Beats, Primo, bruh. That beat to that beat, man. The Evils, 22 Twos.
Irv Gotti. produced on that.
Like, bro, the way he's flowing on the beat, I feel like the production kind of just it adds a certain flair to Jay on those records than it does on Blueprint. Now, don't get me wrong, shit like Never Change and Mama Loves Me, crazy, 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 crazy. But my personal favorite song, Reasonable Doubt, is Feeling It. But I feel like the best rap record on there is probably Can I Live? And that beat is insane, man. That beat could rival any beat on Blueprint as far as I'm concerned. That shit is insane to listen to. The way
Didn't
it
he bring
starts off,
didn't Mecca come out?
Huh?
Did Mecca come out night one? They said Mecca came out.
she
I ain't
did.
seen Mecca.
Who the hell?
Nah.
They said she sang the hook for Feeling It.
Well, I ain't see her
that's
come out. I
crazy.
ain't see her come out on the stage though. She might have
That's
been
my
like in the
shit,
orchestra.
man.
Yeah, I heard
Might have
them
been
say
the
that she
orchestra.
was
My
out there.
personal favorite
been at
song
the
on that
orchestra.
album, man.
Now, our favorite
Tell
song
you,
is
man.
"Regrets" on the album. What
Regrets
you
is
got?
crazy.
What
He
you
performed
got? He performed that. He performed every song, bro, except for "Can I Live" remix. What you got? What you got, PG?
I
Production.
think I'm going Reasonable Doubt. I think if I had to choose between the two, I like Reasonable Doubt more than Blueprint. I don't get it. I never like Reasonable Doubt is like just too wordy and dense for me, but I respect it as an album. It's not unlistenable. None of them are unlistenable. But Blueprint and especially Black Album are a little bit rough for me. But production wise, the variety and the musicality of Blueprint. You know, it's a song I always loved on. Sorry, Reasonable Doubt. It's a song I always loved on and nobody talks about. I just think the beat is buttery. It's Cashmere Thoughts.
Yeah,
I
that's my
just
shit.
always loved
People,
it.
Hated it.
that be the one song people say they don't like.
That's why
Hated
I
it.
never understood
that's
that.
my least
That was a
favorite song on
song.
that
You know what's
album.
crazy? He won. He got quotable of the month with Cashmere Thoughts in the Source
I
magazine.
love that beat. That beat is
Paid
buttery.
Remember
for
that,
it.
Trill?
Nah, he probably
for
paid
that.
for it though.
He
One
paid
thing
for that.
Jay
Get
is
out of
gonna
here.
do on the
Yes.
record, even if you don't like it or it's the least best track, he gonna rap his ass off. Or even if you don't like the production or something about the song structure, somehow he's just gonna rap his ass off and make you consider whether or not you should like the song or not.
I
Cashmere
think that
Thoughts is one of those songs. That's my least favorite song on the album.
Nah, I like that song. I always like that
that's
song.
definitely my least favorite song. But to what Steve said, I think that is one of the qualities of Jay-Z. It's very rare that a Jay-Z song has no redeemable qualities.
Right.
I felt the same way about the Fall Off by J. Cole. Like there was some songs that I wasn't 100% crazy about, and then he'd go into like some part that in the middle of the song he'll start singing or flowing a certain way. I do think Jay-Z is probably like the owner of that, where like even the bad Jay-Z songs, there's some redeemable quality to it. Like it might be the beat, it might be the hook, it might be what he says in the second verse, it might be some knowledge. And one last thing I forgot to say when we talk about the shows, R.I.P. Irv Gotti.
Yeah,
I would have loved for Irv Gotti to have been there for
Yeah.
night one
That's a
of
fact.
Reasonable Doubt.
He
That's
would
a
have lost
fact.
his mind, man.
Irv Gotti's so important to the career of Jay-Z. R.I.P. Irv Gotti, man. Like, put some
Rest in
respect
peace,
on
Irv.
Gotti name. One of the most important people in the last 30 years in hip hop. Irv Gotti. R.I.P. Irv Gotti. R.I.P. Clark Kent.
That's a fact.
I wish
That's a
they would have
fact.
been there to see that.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Both of them. Both of them. Lex, you there? Or Lex left?
Nah, he there.
I'm right here, bro.
Lex
I'm
here.
back out.
Lex, what you got as the best production on between Blueprint and what's the name?
I ain't listening to them albums.
Between Blueprint and Reasonable Doubt.
There are 3 albums I like by Jay-Z. Fuck all the rest of that shit. All right, he does. All right, I like fucking Reasonable Doubt. I like In My Lifetime. And I like 444. All that other shit is for faggots and prostitutes and niggas with fucking bad teeth.
So you don't like Blueprint?
Fuck Blueprint.
What about
You got
Blueprint says
Reasonable
it's
Doubt.
for?
You got Reasonable Doubt then. Okay, I got you.
No. Reasonable Doubt.
Yo,
In My
man.
Lifetime. 444. That's the arc of that artist. That's his peak work. Y'all believe what y'all want. I'm a real motherfucker.
And,
I'm a
and
real
everything
gatekeeper.
else is for
But we
sale.
have ears, Lex. We heard the album.
Other shit's no. I'm not saying the other shit was. I did. Wait. That's a lie.
said
I did say it was
everything else was
bullshit.
sissies and women of the night.
That was just sensational. That was performative. I apologize. The rest of the shit's it's pretty good. It's all right. But the other 3 albums I think are masterpieces. Those 3
Pretty
albums
good.
I mentioned are masterpieces, bro.
Lex,
All right, so
are you the mad rapper?
all right. So if you was able to play out of those 3 albums right there, if you was able to play only one of those 3 albums, which one would you play?
444.
Okay.
I really love In My Lifetime though. I love that album.
It was so crazy about In My Lifetime. I'm so crazy about In My Lifetime. I love In My Lifetime also, but people always say like they never really like when it goes to Jay-Z album, they put that shit like on the bottom of the list sometimes.
That's not under Kingdom
So
Come.
does he.
You love that
No. Kingdom Come is last. Kingdom Come is last.
Yeah.
Wait, you love that album?
Huh?
Kingdom Come better than Magna Carta.
You love that album in My Lifetime. You love that album?
I like I like In My Lifetime. Yeah, a lot.
So you can get in my car. If you don't like it, you don't have to get in my car. You can take the bus, walk, Uber. All right? That's how it works around here. He walked off like he was gonna come. Like I expected someone to come through my door. He walked off like I know how to get to him. I'm right here, bro.
Shut
Lex.
up.
You be playing Special as third album in your car too, man. Anybody try to listen to that?
Can we share our top 3 Hove albums? It feels like appropriate.
Yeah,
I know
perfect.
mine.
Go
God.
My top
What
3
is
Hove
going on
albums.
here? What is wrong with y'all?
Personally, listen, this is the Hove
Come on,
episode.
man. The concert just happened.
So,
man.
is this the
Let it
Jay-Z
happen, bro.
episode?
I think it is.
Yo, mute up.
Pretty much.
You
I
know
just
that-
want to know.
My top 3. We could end this probably with something else, but I'm gonna just say this.
You on some real black nasty energy.
Did he
Lex.
freeze just then?
Black nasty. No.
Go ahead.
My top 3.
You mute up, bro.
I want to hear everybody else's. I'm gonna go in ascending order. I'm probably gonna go American Gangster Volume 2 and then 444. That's my 3.
Strong 3.
Yeah. I'll go Reasonable Blueprint Volume 2. I'm not the biggest fan of Black Album like that. I know it's one of Jay's most revered albums, but that was the whole retirement rollout. I didn't, the production on there wasn't like the greatest to me, but I will say that album kind of stands testing time with a lot of Jay albums that might not necessarily be considered the best. To me, my least favorite would be Blueprint 3, Volume 3, and Kingdom Come. Niggas shit on Magna Carta, but I think it's better than all 3 of those albums, to be completely honest with you. But
Magna Carta better than Kingdom Come? I don't know about all that.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
I think it is.
Wait, you think Kingdom
He
Come
doesn't have bro.
Magna
That
Carta has
anything
so
you
many
want, girl. Shit is terrible, B. He don't have a song worse than that on Magna Carta.
Magna Carta, the worst
I'm
song
gonna
on
be
Magna
honest,
Carta
the
is
three
Tom
Ford?
Huh?
Holy Grail? Tom Ford?
Holy Grail's fire.
Right.
Tom Ford is fire.
Trill,
Tom Ford is
hold on,
fire.
Trill.
What are you talking about?
The 3 albums
Tom
I
Ford is-
mentioned,
You remember what Holy Grail was like when it first came out?
Is
With
that-
Justin
When
Timberlake?
it first came out, it was hot.
there
They're
are
hot
worse
when it
Jay
first came out.
songs on Blueprint 3 and Kingdom Come than there are on Magna Carta by far. It's not
Do
even
it again,
close.
Trap.
Not
Do it
even
again,
close.
Trap.
Picasso,
Do
Do it again, Trap.
Evan,
Yeah, Magna Carta is a
I like
beautiful
those.
album.
those
What the
were
fuck-
almost perfect
What the
songs.
fuck is he talking about, bro?
You know I
Can you
got it?
name me 3 albums again, bro? I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
Oh, I said my most favorite 3 albums from Jay is Reasonable, Blueprint, and Volume 2. And I said my least favorite is Volume 3, Kingdom Come, and Blueprint 3. Those are my least favorite. Just everything considered, Jay
Yeah.
has some of the
I'm
worst
the
songs
same.
on those albums.
There's bangers on Volume 3 though. Wait a minute.
Nah.
He always has bangers. No, he always has a banger on
He
it.
has some. He has some.
He
Dope
got
records
bangers,
on
yeah. He got bangers on Kingdom Come. Kingdom Come got bangers.
No,
Kingdom
I
Come got
don't think
Kingdom Come got no bangers, you saying?
I don't
He
think
always
there's
has a
nothing
banger.
on there.
He got the intro. What are you talking about?
He
All
got
right.
records I like on
I think
there.
that intro is ass too.
I like my.
He got the intro, bro. He got Lost Ones on there.
I
What
think
you
Lost
mean?
Ones is ass.
He got Beach Chair on there.
Lost was
Oh
kind of
my
corny, but I
God,
like Beach
Beach
Chair.
Chair
I like
is
Beach Chair.
ass.
Beach Chair
Like,
was on it.
Beach Chair's ass is crazy.
Trouble.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
With
Dig a hole. Dig a
with
hole
Cedric-
on there.
Is that the one with Cedric the Entertainer?
No. That's threats. That's
Oh,
threats.
that's
Black
threats.
Album.
That's threats.
Oh, we
Dig a
got you in trouble
Hole
again?
wasn't all that.
Oh,
Dig a
no,
Hole was
that's
kind
cheap.
of
I like
crazy.
Dig a Hole. I like Dig a Hole for the fact that it was a diss record. and
That
like, he
hook was
so cool.
trash.
Yeah,
That hook
is terrible.
Oh, you know
That-
what you got? You got the John Legend song.
Oh,
The John
30
Legend song was
something?
fire. What?
Oh my
Well, that wasn't
God.
30 something. What was the song with John
No.
Legend?
John
whole
Legend
album.
shit was the shit.
DJ
We wrote the song to Embry.
Do you want to ride? Yeah.
Do You
That's
Wanna Ride?
DJ Clue produced that. Yeah. Do you want to ride?
Wanna
To
Ride?
I hate every
I like
because you know what Kingdom
Yeah.
Come was. He tried 3 times. He tried three
Bro.
times to make this album. Kingdom Come was him trying to make 4. He tried to make 444 3 times.
Well,
what happened on Kingdom
forgot
Come.
about the behind
I don't know if he was in there, Trill. I don't know if he was in there, Trill. But somebody once broke it down for us in the room one time. What happened with Kingdom Come? He said Kingdom Come was during the time when he was making the transition over to being the president of Def Jam and shit. So with him getting there, he had to produce an album. And during that time, he was doing like his world tour for like Water or some shit like that. So this was like the only album that he made while he was moving around and shit. So the album had different engineers throughout the whole album. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the same cohesiveness he usually get when he does other albums and stuff like that.
What that had to do with some of them songs? Though?
Listen, because it wasn't he wasn't sitting there the whole sitting one point for 2 weeks and do a whole album.
Nah, but at what point did he think the song with Usher sounded good?
Bro, listen, bro. He was moving around making this album, bro. He was moving around making the album.
How much was he
to the album, bro? Is not there. Like Hov sits in one place for 2 weeks, bro, and does albums, bro.
So he wasn't
after
fully
Kingdom
there
Come,
for
he
the
never
album.
did that again after that though.
Nah, but what does cohesiveness have to do with how bad that song with Usher is? That song is horrible.
He wasn't locked in the way he was locked in on other albums. I'm trying to tell you,
Listen,
bro.
I'm gonna be honest.
He was on tour.
I like Hollywood. Though. Hollywood was ahead of his time.
The dude who engineered who engineered the prelude, the intro, used to come in the room. He used to come in the room. Nigga named Ilko or some shit like that. It was like IRKO or some shit like that though. He used to come in the room. He was the engineer. Word.
That's what's up.
He told that shit though.
I could find worse songs on Blueprint 3 than I could on Kingdom Come. To me, Kingdom Come is not a trash album. I think it's a good to less than good, like average album. But to me, of the three that I said I like the least, Blueprint 3 to me overall is like my least like Jay-Z album overall. Like it got bullshit like Hater on there. On to the next. Oh my god. On to the next one is one of Jay-Z. You shitting on that?
I like On to the next one.
I like that too.
That song is ass. That comes on every night at the club. They play that every night at the club.
Every night at the club. Every night. Every night at the club.
People love that song. The people love that song. I hate it too.
On Volume 3. It's a terrible album, but there's some good shit on Volume 3 and on Blueprint 3 and on Volume 3.
It's some somewhat redeeming.
It's trash,
there, but
it's a trash album, but it's some good stuff. It's not as bad as Kingdom Come though. Kingdom Come to me has no redeeming value.
That's crazy.
Can I just want to say this to all my ex-hustlers out there, bro. You know what this is right here. You remember turning on Friend or Foe, and you had that fucking the Lexus fucking just flying down the boulevard. You remember that? The butter leathers, and it would stick to the armrest, whatever. And years later, it would fuck up the armrest. You figured out the leather was fake, and it was fucking whatever. And then you said, oh damn, I didn't get the right model and shit. You remember those days, bro? See, these cats are reminiscing when they were still like, mommy, what Jay-Z? You remember that? That's them. But me. You remember when I was outside, it was click-clack. What's up, son? That's what it was all about. I'm a reform man. All you ex-players,
sounded like Ed Lover, man.
Listen, all I'm trying to say is this, though. When you if you don't mention Friend or Foe, you are not a Jay-Z fan.
Right. I love Friend or Foe.
Yo, Lex, you know what's so crazy, Lex?
Fucking songs of all times. Yes, sir.
What was so crazy about that? He's mentioning that, right? Friend or Foe, when he performed Friend or Foe, he followed it right up with Friend or Foe 2.
As you should.
Oh, wow.
That's
Did he
dope.
do Imaginary Players?
No. The whole weekend he didn't do it.
Whole weekend.
The whole weekend he didn't do it.
That's why I don't go. That's why I don't go to shit like that. How you not going to do Imaginary Players, have an Angela Winbush come out, or have some broad sing like her? Oh, sorry, ladies. I can't say broad.
So,
Lucky Me either, right?
I ain't do Lucky Me either, though. So the guest list, we're going to move on to this, though. So I'm going to mention this right here, right? So the guest list that came out for the whole show was Beyoncé, Rihanna, Nas, Eminem, Usher, Pharrell, Alicia Keys, Tiana Taylor, Jeezy, Fat Joe, Jadakiss, The Dream, and Swiss Beats. So now the question I got for you is this, though. Is Jay-Z the only rapper alive that could assemble a guest list such like that for just one event?
There might be one or two people who could do it.
No.
I mean,
who else could do
Drake
that?
could do it, and Snoop could do
Drake,
it.
I don't think niggas will show up for Drake like that.
Yeah, nobody gonna show up.
I think Snoop could do it. I think Snoop could do it.
I could see Snoop playing.
All right. So I mean, let me ask you. I'm gonna run through some names.
Rakim can do it.
I'm gonna run through some names. No, Rakim
That's
can't do
all
it.
the people.
I'm gonna run through some names right now. All right, you said no. Y'all saying no to Drake?
No.
No to Drake just because.
For what? Don't fuck with him like that.
Can assemble a guest list like that?
Oh,
so you're saying
probably
no to
not
Drake.
right now. Not in the last 3 years. No.
But you gotta think like his most legendary features, in my personal opinion. I think Wayne would come out for Drake at any time if he called him.
Hope
Nicki would
probably come out for Drake before all this happened.
Yeah, I don't think that call is going through. Because I think that's his big. That's his trump card. He could in a hypothetical world, he could bring Jay out if all this situation didn't happen. He could bring out Jeezy. I'm just thinking of like big features that these people have that they could actually bring out. Like Drake probably has the lineup of people he could bring out, but there's been so many bridges burned there. You know what I mean? Imagine him bringing out Kendrick and doing Poetic Justice. You know, that would be amazing at any show. Snoop, dude. I mean, Snoop's been on features with everybody, so I guess Snoop probably could. And everyone loves Snoop, and I think everybody would come out for Snoop. So I think outside of Jay will probably be Snoop. Other
Dre,
than that,
maybe? Dr.
yeah,
Dre.
Dre. I mean, if Dre call you picking up, and you pulling up.
Could Kendrick bring out a guest list like that?
No.
Who has Kendrick done records with to be like? Like he has Jay on "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe," but what other big features does Kendrick have that he could bring niggas out?
Who did Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe?
Rihanna for Loyalty. That'd be big.
Yeah, he can't do it.
But other than that, who else?
We're not gonna say Nas. We just gonna be a
Can I go through it, B?
I don't know what's going on in your brain.
All right, so relax then, B.
How was I not relaxed?
Can Nas do it?
Sure.
Yeah, on a large scale. I think not. Imagine Nas bringing Missy and Eve to do Hot Boys and Q-Tip. Right. And then going into One Love after that, and then bringing out, Anne Marie to do Rule, and then her doing, One Thing and Why Don't We Fall in Love. I think Nas could do it.
Nas can bring Janet Jackson.
What song they got?
You got Janet Jackson?
He said Janet Jackson. Busta could. I think Busta could do something like that. Because Busta got Janet records. He got Chris Brown records. He got Mariah. He got Jay records.
Oh yeah, Busta
got a lot of really big features.
Busta got a record with Jay-Z?
Hell yeah! While We Die off of Anarchy with DMX and Jay-Z.
I like that song. That song was weird. That's a weird song.
I'm surprised. Right. 50.
Can Lil Wayne do it?
I don't think Wayne could do it.
I don't know. I don't know if he has features like that.
Lil Wayne got features like that?
He got a bunch of features, but it's to the extent of the features.
And he not gonna know the words. So and I think part of why Jay-Z's able to do that, Jay-Z's mind is a fucking computer. Like they could put on a beat of a song that Jay-Z recorded in 1994 and he could spit it like he just recorded the night before. And I think that makes it easier for Jay to go in that bag because it's a lot more possibilities because he doesn't have to rehearse as much as the average person would have to. I don't know if Nas does remember his verse from Hot Boys because he still does that. He does that damn near every night. He does You Owe Me. He could bring Genuine out. He does You Owe Me every night. He does Uchiwali every night. Now, does Nas, he don't be doing his verse from It's Mine, the Mobb Deep record. I don't know if he does that as much. I'm trying to think of other big Nas features.
I hate to say it, but I don't think he's a good performer.
He's improving, but
he has great records.
As good as he should be. Yeah, he's not as good as he should be.
Got the greatest records ever, but I
was gonna say, what about
that's why
been rough to me.
50?
Yeah.
50 could probably do it.
I could see him bringing M out, Dre out. Obviously,
what other
G-Unit.
Snoop for PIMP remix?
I could see him bringing Snoop out.
Nah, but you know the biggest thing 50 could do if you bring all the people, bring out Game and do How We Do on stage. I think that'd be big.
Man.
Do Hit It, Love It, and How We Do. I think that'd be big for the culture. 50's petty. He wouldn't do it.
That was not necessary. Oh, that
if you heard that beat drop to How We Do that, and then freaking Game come out fresh like Impala, nigga, the crowd would go nuts.
I think if that happened,
that would be dope.
Immediately Game and 50 would fight like Killmonger and Black Panther.
I know, right? Come out there and punch him in his nose. I would love for that. Before I would love to see them. And why Jay didn't bring out Ja Rule, man? Why didn't do Can I Get Her?
I don't know what that was about. Somebody
Ja Rule ain't come on. I don't think they
I
like
don't know
each
what
other.
that was about. I ain't know what that was
Throw
about.
Mike
Anybody ain't
Geronimo a
bring-
bone.
Mike
I don't know
Geronimo.
why he
Oh,
ain't bring.
Like Geronimo.
The Mary J not coming out too kind of was a thing
no,
for me though.
she was in
Sauce Money
Vegas.
didn't come
Yeah,
out.
I know, but
yeah. So no Sauce Money. Somebody asked Veli, why didn't Sauce Money come out?
Valley. Shout out.
All
Valley.
right, so Friday night, man. Friday night.
Hold on,
Why
Joe,
everybody
Trap.
was in?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
What I want to say is this, though. I said some wild, ridiculous shit about Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Right, tonight.
He's
And
about to walk it back.
I respect. No, I'm not going to take it all the way back. But I'm going to say this about Jay-Z. To reach this level, there are going to be some people who would consider that they were done wrong. Things were lifted, whatever. Everyone. I'm sure there are people out there who feel the same way about Michael Jackson, you know what I mean? Or, whoever. So, the fact is that it's so apparent with Jay-Z, the stuff that he lifted off other cats, it bothers me. But he is the greatest rapper ever that has ever existed. He's like, as far as skill set, Nas is probably a 7. He's probably a 19. Like, Jay-Z is the greatest. He's a student. I have to respect the fact that he studied all styles. And even though I'm disappointed in him and some of the moves he makes, especially with Dame Dash, because no matter what I say to you, if I fucking help you and I show you how to blossom, I help you blossom, no matter what I did, I think there's a responsibility to help. Y'all can fucking violate me. One of you cats can violate me, right?
Pause.
But in a sense, I'm gonna talk to you, but like, yo, dude, because you never treated me like this in this space. What's going on with you? Why are you treating me like this now? I want to know, because I got love for you guys. If that's not extended, then that for me, that's a problem. Dame Dash needed to be there. He was so instrumental for this motherfucker being successful. And how we can y'all would not want to be treated like that. You know what I mean? And yeah, Dame Dash played a role in that bullshit while he's like pushed away. But at the same time, I have to acknowledge niggas who went all out. Them motherfuckers had beef getting Jay on. Them niggas' life is on the line getting Jay on. So what I'm saying is this, though. I don't have to actually pull you out the way and let the bullet ricochet into something else to know that you put it on the line for me. So I don't like that. It bothers me to the core about when I see Jay-Z, man, because he's moving on like Dame didn't do shit. He moves on from Philly. Philly needs a star. Philly needs help. He walks around like I tried to put people on. I put people in position. No, bro, this nigga saved your life.
He didn't drop Philly though. He did the first night he did at Roots. He did with Freeway and Beans.
Yo, PG. What I'm saying is this though: if you help me save my life, and even if you get 5,000 a show. But when I come through, I call you, get a show, we do a show together, and you get 20,000 one time. That's like I should eat. If you get to eat on that level, I should get some semblance of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like instrumental in helping you grow and get there.
Them Philly niggas didn't work, man. They didn't do the necessary work.
Yeah, I feel like he
gave
gave
them opportunities.
The biggest platform ever. Like they're still famous now because of their connection with him. They still can. All of them can make music.
We need to hold each other accountable, bro. Well, I'm talking about a different code then. That's all.
Lex, they're living off of something that happened 20 years ago because of the light that Jay-Z put on them. Jay-Z gave them niggas a runway for them to do whatever they wanted with their career.
Did he feed their children?
They didn't take off.
He put a ring on that lady's ring, right? They didn't do it. He did it. When the kid when they wanted to go on vacation, Jay-Z did that for him. It wasn't the man, right?
No, I'm saying Jay-Z gave them a platform to do anything that they wanted to do.
And what did he give Jay-Z?
Say it again.
What did they give Jay-Z?
The same platform, and he capitalized on it.
Jay-Z gave them a platform? He gave the cats in Philly gave Jay-Z a platform?
No, he gave them a platform.
Well, they gave him a level of credibility. I think Jay-Z gave them a platform, and they gave him a level of credibility. You got to remember, these niggas on the radio dissing Nas. They like that Roc-A-Fella freestyle on the radio. That was all state prop. That's
to do that?
Beans. Say it again.
I do think they wanted to do that. I think when you're a shooter and you're working for a boss, you want to prove yourself valuable to that boss. They probably did it before he even asked him. He probably had to tell him to back off.
Them niggas went crazy for like 30 minutes.
Hold, Trap. I know you're gonna be like, yo, Lex. Well, hold on.
I also spoke about shooters like I know anything about the street. I'm an art teacher.
So let me tell you something about the streets. Like surface stuff about the streets. If my boy had beef with someone that I know would kill us, if my boy years later is like, yeah, I mean, I did give you $1,500 or whatever. I said, yo, this nigga could have. This nigga had known bodies. What I'm saying is this though: if I help you at a certain point and it's fucking omnipresent in your space, and the result of it, you go into another stratosphere, you should still have that same reference for me 20, 30 years later on. That's all I'm saying. It should never get minimized or diminished. And you doing one show, coming back to Philly and throwing me a fucking bone when you're buying fucking homes for $60 million is disrespectful. And these niggas are fucking working on. We'll throw you 4,000. Can you make it 4,500? All right, cool. That's disrespectful to me.
Jay-Z earned that money, man.
Lex, is there anybody else in this past that he's not?
We'll move on.
I feel like if people, this is the last thing. I feel like if you make it hard for him to fuck with you, he's gonna distance himself. But if you make it like he's like to this day, he's supportive of Bleek. He helps Bleek. He has Bleek running his whole division of his liquor. I feel like if you make it,
what the fuck did Bleek do for Jay-Z compared to what Philly did for Jay-Z?
But exactly though. But I don't think he's gonna stick around if you constantly, when he offers you things, you shit on him, because those guys squandered a lot of shit. Beans himself said, "I pissed away the state property clothing line." He says that himself.
But PG, do you understand that when you're dealing with real money and you have an expectation of what you look at the numbers, and I'm supposed to have this amount of money, when you become that type of rich, I've never been that type of rich. You can piss away a couple, like $10 million, $20 million. You could do that. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe we don't know that that's true.
But when you are almost worth $400 million, and you should get 400, you should get on your cut of everything, and you only get $50 million, and then my biggest gripe with you is that you're not paying me correctly. This money's not, and then you gotta be like, yo, bro, this is always the future. What makes it more? You keep pushing me off, and then I start talking about it on the internet, and then the person who's actually the victim, because now he's the one that's causing all the trouble. I'm not buying that shit, bro.
Budden talks about this all the time. Do you understand that if you're on somebody's label or you're under somebody's employ, it's against both of your interests for them to give you legal counsel? So
yeah, I understand that.
If your lawyers are not advising you the best, and you make poor business moves, the person that you're negotiating against, because their lawyers supposed to negotiate against each other, he cannot give you counsel. He cannot give you advice against himself. Your lawyer is supposed to get together and bargain for your own best interest. Then, because you're supposed to be able to keep up and go together. But he can't be like, hey, this is how you negotiate against me. That you can't do that.
This is a whole new conversation. We'll talk about this.
I'm also saying shit. I have no idea.
I can use your business. I can use your fucking show that's about to be bro. Yo, Trap. What's the name of PG show? You said it's gonna be the next shit that's like amazing. What's the name of it?
No Suggestion, an improv comedy talk show.
So no suggestion, right? Let's do this real quick. I give you $2 million, right? I give you $2 million. I have my boys in marketing. I do all this shit. 3 years later, I own this shit basically because I put all the fucking money in. You had all the talent. I put all the fucking money in, and then the money at first I was giving you $70,000 every quarter. Then all of a sudden I'm giving $30,000 every year. Then the next year, I'm giving you 10. And then the next year, I'm basically saying, listen, when we get up in the same space, I'll give you $20,000. And then all that, from the second year on, you're like, yo, Lex ain't right, bro. He's doing this, that, and he said this, and we're going to do all that shit. You're not wrong for speaking up. You're not wrong. I'm a dishonorable motherfucker. Jay-Z's dishonorable. He's dishonorable. So y'all can continue to love that.
If
fucking
the first thing I
nigga.
do isn't hire a great lawyer.
What you say?
Wait,
what you say about the camera?
I said, y'all can keep on giving love to that camel face nigga.
Oh, camel face.
Oh, he's back to hating.
If my first move isn't to get a great
so
lawyer
fast.
so that I can renegotiate the first year that I meet my quotas or whatever it is, if that's not the first thing I do, that's on me.
You think a lawyer can save you? You really believe a lawyer
They can at least
don't do it,
tell me
PG?
what I'm heading toward. They can at least tell me
PG,
what
I
I'm
know
heading
people that have 3 lawyers because they don't trust the first lawyer. There's not. All right, brothers. I love you guys. I love you. Let's move on.
He gave them niggas opportunity, and they squandered the opportunity that was given to them.
Okay.
He gave them the opportunity of a lifetime, and those niggas mostly squandered it for the most part. And it wasn't from Jay-Z snaking them; it was from them not be willing to work hard. They didn't work.
You know why I do look crazy though too? Because not one of them niggas, out of all of them, not one of them ended up having a career.
Right, no one.
Like that's kind of bug. I mean,
It's not just them. It's not
Huh?
every rapper from that generation of Philly hip hop didn't really end up having a career that we thought they would have. If I told you in 2002 that Eve, one of the first female rappers, she was the first one that had a truly hip hop #1 rap album from a female artist, wouldn't have the same career she has 20 years from now.
What about the
Beans
Roots?
wouldn't have.
Why you think that though?
The Roots had a career before that.
No, the Roots were before, way before.
Shit,
that.
the Roots
Like
helped put
Cassidy, that's
Eve
like
on.
Cassidy and shit like that. But why you think that though, for though, Trill? Why you think that no Philly artist was able to maintain a career?
Because Philadelphia has a glass ceiling and it also has a black cloud over it. Like, I feel like hip hop in Philly has always been kind of cursed for whatever reason. From Cool C to Steady B, hip hop in Philly has always been cursed. The rappers from Queens launched their careers in Queens. Marley Marl, Roxanne, Shantae, Shan, they all launched their careers in Queens, and all of them had better careers than all them niggas that was on Pop Art Records at that time.
Launched their careers in Philly.
All them niggas from Queens had better careers than all them Philly niggas that was out at the exact same time. Philly has always had a black cloud above it. I don't know what it is with Philly artists, because to me, Philly has some of the best rappers in the world. Outside of rapper MCs from New York, I think Philly has
one of my favorites right now.
Yeah, Nas. You know what I mean? There's so many dope rappers from Philadelphia. I just think there's a black cloud over that city, and there's just a glass ceiling. There's only so far a Philly rapper can go, and then they hit this glass ceiling, and they just can't break through. I don't know what it is.
I think Ness could be a star right now. I wish you would let me in on from. I think he could be a star right now. I wonder if the cynicism.
I gotta hear some songs from Ness though. I would love to.
I would love to in on
I didn't hear some songs from him though.
Bananas.
I love the way he raps. I love the way he raps.
Animated and all that shit. And he's been around. He's been around Diddy though too.
Yeah, he's been around for a long ass time, man. That nigga was on Making the Band like 20 years ago.
He's been around for a long time.
It's a fact.
All right,
I was a sophomore in high school.
Right. All right, so y'all want to keep it going? What y'all want to do?
I just want to say one thing for the record, so everyone can.
I think we should start a new episode.
I will pay the rent.
Lex always got one more thing to say, man. Respect.
I want to pay the. I'll pay the rent. Listen, y'all. For cats who haven't seen Diamond District in a minute, I will pay the rent. Trap. He cut me off. He cut my water off, and I'll pay. I gotta pay. I want the whole crew to be. I'm inviting all y'all to Diamond District, but my water's been cut off. But Trap, I will pay the rent. I will. Trust me, bro. Thank you.
Yo, man. I want to keep this going. What we doing? We gonna keep this going, man.
Yeah.
I got enough gas in the tank.
Should we cut? Should we cut this episode and start another one?
We could do that though, too, man.
We talked. I mean, because this is like the.
It's 2 hours. All right. So yeah, man. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Gatekeepers, we out. Hype it up. We gave y'all our take on what the weekend was like. You know what I'm saying? Me and myself, I'm gonna still stick with number day one, and check out this. This is part. This, matter of fact, we're gonna make it 2 parts. This is a milestone episode though. So this is episode 30.
Episode 30.
Part 1 of it. This is part 1 of episode 30. Make sure you tune in to part 2. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be right there also. All right, so like, comment, subscribe, and hype. You know what I mean? And we see you on the next one. Easy.
Peace.